right, it's spinning. It says we're live. I don't know if it says it on the bleep pop, the bleep bloop if we're live. So
the bleep bloop.
I think we are.
Do you see it on your phone, Amie?
I'm refreshing.
All right, I'm gonna refresh.
Yes. Hello.
All right. Hello, everybody. Oh, I see us. Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to Wednesday night to Mother Tucker's Antiques. This is sale number 2 of 4 Christmas in July sales hosted here on my channel, along with my co-host, the lovely Amie of Enamor Amie, and our guest tonight. I know y'all know who she is. It's the one, the only Arianna of the Withering Cottage. How are you, Arianna?
I'm good. I'm tired. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right. That seemed, that I agree. Same with me. Up and down. I just want everybody to know, though, that about 2 hours ago, because we'll just talk about the elephant in the room. 2 hours ago, Arianna came out and moved everything behind her so the bunny's on the other side. So, yep, she got it all back the way it used to be.
And then next Tuesday on her channel, it will all be back to the other side.
Yes.
And if you guys didn't notice, I periodically froze. I wasn't being rude.
God love tech. Well, you have that new internet, don't you? It's the satellite beaming it out to everybody now, right?
Yeah, dang Elon.
Amie, girl, how are you doing this week? You doing good?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right.
Just busy as normal.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I think we're all a little busy, but I think we're all a little hot from this weather. So let's pull in December. Let's think of snow. Let's think of Bing Crosby. Let's think of Christmas, because it's Christmas in July. So we will say hello to everybody. Then Amie's going to tell us how the sale is going to work, and then we're going to jump right into it. Guys, mark your calendars, because next Wednesday, our guest is going to be the very lovely Heather of Antique Agenda. And then the last Wednesday of the month will be Misty, Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. So, and then we'll also tell you what we're all doing, what we have coming up, things like that. And then we'll also then tell you, any shipping or caveats and stuff like that. So, you know him, you love him. Willie is in the house. He is the first one in here. He's already throwing some shade in tonight's chat. He's saying now, if you want to bid on Arianna's things, you can use the just in case here tonight. So, yes, Willie.
Take advantage while you can.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, sir. So, Willie, it's good to see you. I hope you are well. Followed by Lisa. He beat you, Lisa. Lisa, it's so good to see you here tonight. I hope you are doing well. There's our friend Tracy, Artsy Fartsy. Good to see you, friend. Our official mod and bid ender tonight is the very lovely Kim, also known as Desert Gal.
Thank you,
Karen G will back her up a little bit later when she's in the chat. So right now we're just with the one and only Kim. She is handling everything in the chat. Kim, thank you so much. We appreciate you so very much. Hello, Paula. It's good to see you here tonight. Hope you're well, Paula. Debbie Gutierrez is here in the chat. Good to see you, Debbie. I hope you are doing well. Let's see who else is in here with us. I see a couple repeats. Sharon is checking in. Arianna, I love that kitty cat. That is the sweetest little. I know you were always a dog person, and I am so happy to see that a feline won you over.
Just this one. It's just too cool.
I'm telling you, it is super hard to get a feline to love, like to be like right there, what you're doing. I mean, that's saying a lot.
Their favorite way to be held is like this. They don't like it really any other way.
What a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. Hello, Arianna's mother. It's so good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Speaking of mothers, there's my mom in the chat. Linda, good to see you. I love you, Mom. I hope you're well. Hope you won a lot of money. She was at the casino today with her girlfriend. So I hope she were hitting a one-armed bandit. So I hope you, well, I think if she won, she'd have called me and said, Jason, we got to have a talk. And I'd have said, ladies. Oh, so, all right. There's the one, the only Peppermint Patty. Good to see you, Peppermint Patty. I hope you are doing well. Let's see who else is down here with us. We have Tina checking in. We have the very lovely Mama Pam. Amy's mother is checking in. Good to see you, Mama Pam. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's good. Been thinking about you. Who else is in the chat? I see a lot of repeats. Hello, Wings. It's so good to see you, friend. I hope you're well. We got Becky checking in. Gang, if you guys are not following and subscribed to her channel, please do. Becky, it's so good to see you. We have Bug checking in. Make sure you guys are following Bug over there on Vamp. Good to see you, Bug. We have Critter Girl here with us tonight. Good to see you, friend. We have Chris checking in of My Broom Closet. I hope you are doing well, Chris. Now my chat really jumped on me, and I feel like I'm going to miss some people. So let me scroll back up because we have a lot of our friends in here tonight. Oh, my goodness, that really jumped. So I see Janine is in here with us. Good to see you, Janine. I hope you're well. Tina, it's been a long time, but hello. I hope you're doing well. We have Rachel checking in tonight. Good to see you, Rachel. I hope you are doing well. Heather, good to see you. I hope you're well. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Shannon Farrar is here with us. Good to see you. A little Spark Joy in Life is here tonight in the chat. Good to see you. Hello, Trina. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Leanne is in here. Janet is in here. All of our friends are heading in here. Good to see you guys. I hope you all are well. I hope you guys are staying cool. I hope you guys are avoiding any bad weather. Boy, it's been crazy here in the U.S. We have Circle 7. Laura's checking in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. A lot of our friends from Texas are checking in here. Mary Ann is here with us. Hello, Dusty Moose. Hello, Dusty. Good to see you. There's the one, the only Karen G. She'll be checking in a little bit later. Unless the game got rained out. I don't know. We got Gnarly checking in here with us. Gnarly Jones. Good to see you. I love that name.
I know, it's the best.
It's a good name. We got Debs. How are you, Debs? I'm trying to move here as fast as I can because I know we want to get into our Christmas. Joe is checking in. Joe, good to see you, sir. I hope you're doing well. Brooke is here with us. Good to see you, Brooke. I know a lot of our Christmas friends. Oh, Catherine Young, thank you so much. I'm trying to highlight it. Thank you so much, Catherine. I don't have a fancy graphic like Amie, but thank you so much. And Catherine, it's so good to see you.
I will give her 2 boobs for you.
Okay. All right. Cindy Lou, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Kevin. Kevin is checking in, and I think we're back down to Bug. So, guys, we're going to get into this. Amy's going to explain to you how the sale is going to work. Then again, we'll stop. We'll go over our shipping information, and then we're going to jump right into the sale. So, Miss Amie, the floor is yours. And I'm throwing away the key for a couple minutes.
Okay. All right. Make sure you guys are in the best version of the chat before we get started. So make sure you're in live chat, all messages, and not top chat. If for some reason you're in top chat, the chat's going to be filtered. You might not see all the comments. So just always check and make sure you're in live chat. All messages. And because of the lag that we have here on the tube, it has been very bad as of late. Seems to be getting worse. I wish we could make it better. But we do encourage you to refresh as often as possible throughout the broadcast tonight. So you can either exit out of YouTube completely or come back in. The faster way that does not require you to leave at all, you can tap on Mother Tucker's logo up there in the corner. You can find a gear wheel icon. If you tap that, hit playback speed, hit 2 times. If you are lagging behind at all, we are going to sound funny until you're caught up with us again. If you're watching on a mobile device, a tablet, or a phone, that's going to be the option that's going to be the fastest for you. If you're watching on the computer, it's going to be a little bit slower, but you can also find that gear wheel setting in the lower right-hand corner. All right, so do that often as possible, especially if you plan to bid on anything tonight. Make sure and do that before you put in a bid into the chat. All right, and hopefully we can get everybody in before the bid end. I know I've seen in some other sales, people have been coming in after the bid end. So make sure and bid early if it's something that you really are interested in. I hate to see people come in after the bid end if it's something that they really wanted. So just bid early and bid often. That's the best advice that we can give you, and do that refresh as often as possible. So we are going to do the offer up style tonight. So that's auction style. We have 12 rounds of Christmas goodness to bring you this evening. I know that we likely will have a mixture of vintage, antique, and handmade this evening. So if you're interested in anything tonight that we are showing, we will give you a starting price. Jason will pin it up here on the screen. If you want to bid on the item, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. We will briefly describe the item to you, give you any kind of knowledge that we know about it, any kind of makers. measurements, and note any kind of issues that the item may have. If it has any damage, repairs, chips, that sort of thing, we will do our best to show everything to you live here on the screen so you can make an informed decision if you want to bid on it or not. We will do a 20-second countdown here, hopefully to get everybody in there before the bid ends. So 20-second countdowns. And the highest bid that we see come in before the official bid end of Kim this evening will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases here on the channel tonight. So all that we ask to be able to use the just in case is that you're an active bidder. What that means is that you've put in at least one straight bid on the current item that we are showing. Then you're welcome to use the just in case during the countdown only. So the just in case is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item with the letters JIC. Type that into the chat after you have your bid of interest in there. And if your just in case is the highest before Kim's bid ends, we will bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases that are into the chat that come in before the bid end, those do turn into regular bids. And if you don't want to use it just in case, you don't have to, but it is available for those that would like to use it tonight. If you win an item, we have our emails up here on the screen right now. You're welcome to take a screenshot. If you need to come back to that, Jason has also put it in the description of the video and pin it in a comment at the top of the chat. And our lovely mods put them into the chat throughout the sale, so it's pretty easy to find that information. But if you're a brand new buyer to any of us here on the screen tonight, you can send us a joint email. We don't mind that, but we need some information from you. We need an email sent to us with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. We do all of our invoicing in PayPal, but if you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know when we send that email to you, or when you send that email to us that you want a guest checkout link. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit, Venmo, Apple Pay, or PayPal. So shipping is not included in the winning bid price. That is additional. So that is why we need your full shipping address so we can calculate your shipping. We do all use Pirate Ship here on the screen to get the discounted rates on shipping. So we pass that savings rate on to you guys, and it's much, much cheaper than full on retail at the post office. And I believe that we do all ship through the US, Canada, and to Australia tonight. But do keep in mind, if you're international and you want to shop with us, shipping is going to be definitely a little bit more expensive than within the US, but still we get a discounted rate. I think we're going to talk about where we're shipping from and when we're doing our invoicing this week. Do you want me to just go, Jason?
You got it, Amie.
Okay. I ship from Michigan, and we have fantastic finds, Jason and I, over on my channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you come over there and purchase, I'm happy to combine ship. I'm going to be doing all of my invoicing on Friday this week, unless you're coming over to Vamp on Saturday and you want to shop over there. I'm happy to leave the box open and combine ship with Vamp. Also doing a Christmas sale over there on Saturday. So just let me know when you email me what you want to do. But otherwise, I'll send stuff out on Friday this week.
All right, Arianna?
I have a sale every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on my channel, The Withering Cottage. So Tuesday night just so happens to have been last night. So if you purchase from me during last night's live, I'm combining shipping with tonight's live. So it will be cheaper for you. I couldn't think of a better way to articulate that.
Okay. All right. All right.
But I ship from the Bodunks of Georgia, and I will be shipping and invoicing. I originally had thought it would be Friday, but it's actually going to be tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Just like Amie said, I will be participating in Fantastic Finds tomorrow night. So if you purchase here and you purchase from me over there tomorrow night, I will be able to combine one invoice and ship. I do all of my invoicing on Saturday. So That means you'll receive an invoice from me probably Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening. I ship out of Pennsylvania. I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. I own a shop, Mother Tucker's Antiques. So if you're in the area and or coming to the area and you don't want it shipped, just email us. I will invoice you for said item with no shipping. And then once it's paid for, we'll communicate via email on when and how you want to pick it up. So I'm located about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. And I'm in Lancaster County, and I'm near Adamstown, which is considered, we're self-titled antiques capital of the world. So if you're coming there, thank you so much, Kim. That's my address there. You can pick it up within a timely manner. We can hold things for a month or two. I will also be participating in the Vamp Christmas sale. I will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you want me to combine for that, I will figure that out and do that for you. So just make sure you email us, but probably about the time I'm slinging Christmas on Saturday night, Tina will be sending out invoices. So if you want to utilize that, you have to let me know ahead of time. And then please, while I'm talking about sales, please head over and show Tina some support. She started a jewelry sale on Whatnot. For right now, it's every single Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So please head over, show her some support. If you love costume and sterling and all those fun things that are jewelry. So, ladies, did I forget anything? Anything that I forgot? All right. I did see a few people come in. Let's quickly try to say hello to everybody. Hello, Perla. It's so good to see you. Caroline is here tonight. Good to see you. I think I saw Jennifer pop in. Let's see if I can scroll up to her. If not, there she is. Hello, Jennifer. So good to see you. If I missed anybody, guys, it's never intentional. It's just the way the chat moves. I promise if I missed you, I'll probably say hello to you 2 times next time. So we will do a recap tonight. We're going to move pretty swiftly. Like Amie said, we have 12 rounds. So let's get it started. We'll start out with Amie. She always sets the pace for us, and then it'll be Arianna, and then myself. So let's get everybody moved around. Amie, if you don't go first, it'll be bad luck. So we have to.
It'll just it'll throw everything off. I know. I understand.
I agree.
All right. My first round is going to be a choice, and we're going to start at 16. Okay. And I'm going to start with some pixies tonight.
Yay.
Little pixie pies. I love these tiny little ones. They're my favorite little pixies to come across. And we've got 2 different ones, although I think that they can be brothers. I did find them at the same time, but maybe you're looking for one and not the other. So that's why I'm going to do choice on them. And my favorite paint for Christmas ceramics is this minty green. I absolutely love that, especially when it's incorporated with some red. I'm here for it. So jadeite green is really good. Now these pixies are very good condition. They're doing their calisthenics for gym class. I remember having to do that, sitting on the floor and doing that stretch before it, like during gym. And no chips on either one of them. And their paint, so the red that you're seeing on both of these is cold paint. So applied to the ceramic after it was fired. So it's very prone to scratching, but the cold paint is really good on both of these little guys. Very minimal wear, no chips, no repairs on either one. And they do have cutie pie little eyelashes going on. They've been in the mascara and the blush. So the red hat one, he's got like a little bit of gold hair peeking out of his, and his is a little bit more on the brown side. So a little bit of paint loss on that hair, but that's pretty much it. Measurement for them, they are 2.5 by 2. So 2.5 tall by about 2 wide. So
I've never seen a green one in this sculpt. This is the first time I've ever seen a green one.
These these posing ones, I have seen these in yellow, black, and light blue in the same pose. But I've never run across one of the like minty green ones before. These came straight from the Midwest Holiday Show. That's where they came from. It was actually the very first thing that I purchased at the show. So I see Dennis was in at 16, Cindy's at 18. I see Paula's in there with a 16 as well. So we are looking for 19 or more on choice, and Angela just popped in there with a 20. So we're looking for 21 or more on choice. And don't forget, if you are bidding tonight, you're welcome to use that just in case during the countdown if you would like. And Cindy Lou just popped in there with a 22. So 23 for choice. Winner can take one or both if they would like. And let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And they have little booties. They have little booties back there.
Am I the only one that is thinking if I sat like that, I'd probably need to get an ambulance and have to go to the hospital?
I'd never get back up.
No, you'd hear me screaming down there in Georgia, Arianna. You'd hear me screaming.
All right, there is that bid end. Yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to get off the floor, Jason.
No.
Bid end is in there from Kim. Thank you so much. All right, so Cindy did have the high bid at 22, but she did put in a just in case, but didn't need it. So Miss Cindy Lou, let me know if you want green or red. We'll claim by suit color. And if Cindy does not take both, Angela, you are on deck for second pick. And then it will go back to Dennis. And she's going to take them both. They're staying together. You got it. Thank you so much.
Yay.
All right.
Oh, it's me. So I've recently gotten into primitives. I don't know if you guys knew that about me, but I've gotten into primitives. This is not fancy. It's going to start at $12, but I liked it. So this is a little.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's cotton spun.
I like it.
So it's spun cotton, and he's got a little Santa hat with a little dingling on it. And I found him all on his lonesome. So what I did was I put him on an old kitchen funnel.
That's such a good idea.
That's a great idea.
So it's just an old, used, slightly rusted kitchen funnel. But I found just a head. I was debating, do I put him on another doll's body? What does one do with just a head? And so I gave him a little funnel body. So he has a rubber face. I could show you his eyes and his little eyelashes. But then everything else on him is cotton spun. And I just love that style of the cotton spun. It's in very good condition. Very good condition. He is about 7 inches by about 4 inches. And I think he's adorable. And also, with him being on this funnel, he could technically be your tree topper as well.
I was going to say that. Yep, definitely put him on a tree.
Or just on a display, because it sits flat, and he's just a cute thing. He's on there pretty good. He's not going anywhere. But, yeah, just a funnel and a Santa head. That's all. That's what I got for you.
Well, and Arianna, did you say the face is rubber? Did you say the face is like a rubber? Or like a? Okay.
The face is like a rubber face, and then everything else is just this beautiful spun cotton. And then the hat is felt, and then he has a little jingle bell. But I had to get this. Cotton was in such good condition, considering he's like from the 1950s. I thought that was really cool to see the cotton in such good condition, not discolored, not all rat-tatted, doesn't have bugs in it. I thought it looked nice. But I'm going to start the countdown on him. What are we counting from?
20 with that lag. Yeah.
So I'm going to start a 20-second countdown at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. So there's your pro tip. If you want to turn anything into a Christmas tree topper, shove it on a funnel.
I'm here for it.
I'll never look at a funnel at the same time again.
That would look good on your Christmas tree, Arianna. The tree you did last year, that would have looked good on the top of that.
That would have.
Or if you have a primitive tree.
All right. Well, Arianna, your mom had a bid of 16, but Caroline had a just in case of 25. So, Caroline, it's coming to you for $17. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Caroline. And I think you are a new friend to me. So I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And I want to say hello to Redheaded Kitty Cat, the official mod and bid ender of the Withering Cottage.
She's the best.
Good to see you here tonight. All right, gang, let me get myself over here. Before I give you the start price on this, I just want to show you the condition issues, okay? So these usually command a higher amount, but this is going to be your starter, okay? So it's going to be your starter. This is plastic, and I believe this was made by Irwin, okay? And if Amie, it is Irwin, right? I'm pretty sure Irwin made this. They made one in white, and then they made one of these in silver, okay? So there is a little, one of the antlers is broke on that deer, and then we have an antler broken on that deer, okay? But some of the most important things, Santa, the tree are there. Now, it was glued here in the center, okay? But honestly, from the side, you do not see that. So please keep that in mind, and I'll tell you how much it is, but you're also going to get the box, okay? So the box is in withering condition, but it is still usable, okay? So what you're supposed to do is, this is going to start at $25 if anybody's interested, okay? So this definitely is an opportunity for you to get one of these if you want one. It'll also give you an opportunity to fix it, and some folks are okay that it's missing, you know, like antlers and stuff like that. So $25 if anybody is interested. Now, the box that has a scene in the back, so you're supposed to actually either keep it in the box or start to cut the box apart, and then there's perforations here on the back. So that's the top part of the scene, okay? So it's a Christmas decoration for your tree, table, or mantle. So you're also going to get the box, and you can either put it back in there if you want to and try to zhuzh the box up. But I thought, you know, I've never been able to have any of these in my own collection, and I thought at $25, this might give you a pretty good opportunity to own one of these. Usually when I see them, they want, you know, at least 75 or 100 and something for these. So I don't really think you notice the antlers all that much. It has the original ribbon. That's the way they did it at the factory. And then I will make sure that it ships so that it gets to you securely. And you really don't notice that from either side. And if you actually put it in the box, thank you so much, Ryan, for your 25. If you put it in the box, you would not even notice it at all. There is a little hole right here. I think that is if you wanted to secure it onto something. Measurement on this, it measures a whopping 16 inches long. These are really fun, especially since this one is damaged. If you have a pretty big Christmas tree, I've seen people actually nestle this in the Christmas tree so it looks like Santa's taking off. Both of the antlers are broke on the same side. So if you display it this way, it really doesn't draw a lot of notice to those broken antlers whatsoever. So it's about 3.5 to 4 inches tall, depending where you measure it from. There is a bottle brush tree in there. That's part of it. You may, that's the way it came from the factory. You might recognize the Santa. He also was, you know, used as part of the series when they did little ornaments. And then these little reindeer, they then sold them, you know, individually to use them as decor. So if you're bold enough and you wanted to fix them, you probably could. And before I count it down, you also see that there are little hooks because they were supposed to also be little ornaments. And they made these centerpieces. So Ryan's in at 25. Again, you're going to get this. And this is from the early 1950s. And you are going to get the box so you can see the whole scene. So let's go ahead and count it down. I will ship it in the box so it holds it together a little bit more on that seam. So just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. We're looking for 26 or more. Or the bid end from Kim. And again, plastic Irwin. There is some condition issues, but if you really wanted one of these, that might be an affordable way to add one to your collection. So Ryan, I do see your just in case. Thank you so much, sir. And we're just waiting on that bid end from Kim. I didn't see it yet. There it is. Thank you so much. So Ryan, congratulations. It's coming to you for $25. All right. Over to you, Miss Amie.
Okay. 14, Jason. And this is going to be a pair of items. So you're going to get both things together. I thought they looked cute together. So that's why I paired them. So here is your pairing. So we have an antique postcard and a really sparkly Christmas tree brooch. I thought that the colors in the brooch looked really good with the postcard, so that's why you're going to get the pair. I'm going to talk about each one individually. All right. So first off, the postcard. This is really spectacular. It actually has a copyright down here in the corner, itty bitty 1912. And Missy would say, "You want to know what happened in 1912?" That's when the Titanic sank. Anyways, it's very, very tiny down there, but it is. It's a made in USA card, and it has not been sent or postmarked. Okay, and there is a whole series of these. I've seen these before. I did not do this. This is how the series came. So I believe there's 6 in the series of Christmas postcards that have the little applied silk ribbon somewhere in the scene, and they chose to put it in the little girl's hair, and she's opened a little dolly for Christmas. I think that is absolutely adorable. And there's no embossing on the postcard except for down here where this lettering, it kind of sticks out just a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of easier to see. There's a little indentation here on the backside where they kind of stamped the lettering on the front. Really good condition on the postcard. And then the brooch is not signed, so it doesn't have any signature on it. And it is kind of a goldy tone. Let's see if we can get my camera to focus here. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But it's kind of like a goldy tone, but no maker's mark or any stamping on it at all. And it does have green and red rhinestones all over it. No missing stones. My camera just does not. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. There, now you can see. So there's a larger one there at the bottom, and it's kind of scattered through all the green and red rhinestones that are there. So no missing stones. There is a safety clasp on the back side. Good working condition on it. Like I said, there's no maker's mark, but I suspect that this one is probably 60s, maybe a touch into the 70s if I had to give a time period from it. But I thought that it looked really nice with that postcard. So that's why I paired them together. But we will bring that back at the recap, and we will get Arianna going.
That center stone there at the bottom, that's larger. I think that's the icing on the cake with that one.
Yeah, I like that they made a bigger one down there.
Alrighty then. This item, I'm not going to say it's vintage, but then again, I don't know for sure. But I do believe that it is homemade, and that is good enough for me. I like vintage antiques and homemade things. Those are my 3 things. I did try to look this up. I couldn't find anything like it. I'm going to start it at $12. And it's a little different than something I would usually gravitate towards, but there was just something about him I loved. So I have this.
That's fun.
Someone made him out of cardstock. I did, like I said, try to look him up, and I couldn't find a maker or anything. So I think he's homemade, and there's some glue inside that's kind of messy that makes me think he might be as well. But it says, "Here comes Santa," and it is this 3-dimensional piece of art of Santa Claus, but it's really whimsical. It reminds me of, Amie, what's the name of that guy that you guys like so much that does all the paper stuff? Tim Holtz.
Tim Holtz, yeah.
It reminds me of Tim.
That. Yeah.
And so he's got these feathers up at the top, and you can see all these little candy things coming out of the top of his crown, presents, candy canes, peppermints. He's got little jewels all over him, and he's got these metal pieces that have peppermints. This one has a peppermint with a rhinestone. And then on the back, they decided to use like a map of France as the back side. So there's one part here where it says Eiffel Tower.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, but what I love about him most is he could also technically be used as a tree topper.
Yes, he could.
So imagine him if you're like someone who just has a really fun tree, like a colorful vintage tree.
A candy tree. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think it would be perfect. He also does have a little clear hang tag too, if you wanted to hang him. And he's quite large. He is 9 inches tall. And I think they did a good job. And then if you look inside, you can kind of see that glue residue, and there's glue on the edges. And that's just what makes me think he could be homemade. But I don't know for sure. but I just kind of gravitated towards him. There was something so whimsy about him.
I love the feathers too. The feathers, it just takes it to the next level.
I know they did such a good job, and it is really three-dimensional. Like, it pops out at you in person. I love it. But that is cool. I'm going to start the countdown on Mr. Ho 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 Man here at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. He's lit for sure.
He's super jolly.
He's super lit.
Jolly. He's been in the eggnog.
He has.
What'd you say to me?
Oh my gosh. So cute.
He's different, right?
I've never seen one
he's kind of like Mardi Gras Santa.
Yes,
He's
that's
cool.
it, Amy. That's it.
All right, so I see. Am I supposed to let you see, or do I see what I see?
You go right ahead, Arianna.
Okay, I see Wendy Harmon for 15.
You got it.
Thank you, Wendy.
Congratulations, Wendy. Congratulations. So, all right. I think we got a lag here tonight, folks. So please, if you're interested, like Amy said earlier, please get that bid in. And then as soon as you hear us start the countdown, go ahead. And if you want to, use that just in case. So my next round is going to start at $30. I have part of what, I don't know if it's officially named that, but I've always known it as the breakfast set made by the Christ Ceramics Company. So there are two pieces to this set that are missing. There would be, so first of all, $30. You have Santa in the back. He is an egg cup. The Mr. and Mrs. in the front, they are your salt and pepper shakers. So you're missing the Mrs. Claus egg cup and hat. And there was a little dinner bell that came with it it had a little Santa Claus. So I do believe they sold the salt and pepper shakers separately, but you would have bought it all together in a box and it would have been a set. So believe it or not, this set is getting harder to find. It's especially hard to find if you're fortunate to get an egg cup, find it with the fabric hat. Usually that's always missing. So $30, you're going to get the set of 3. So let me show you first the salt and pepper shakers. If you guys love 1950s ceramics with this spaghetti effect, it is in full effect on these. It is super chunky. No damage that I could see. I actually love, sometimes I don't think they did Mrs. Claus any justice. They kind of didn't make her always the best, I think. They didn't do right by Mrs. Claus. This one, I think they did. She's got those glasses on. She has this fun little hat. And of course, she has her hair up in a little bun back there. So they have their original paper Japan sticker that will tell you that it's made by Christ. Christ always used those little, it's almost like they sat at a typewriter. It is a threesome, Dusty. It is. And they like sat at a typewriter and put Japan and stuck it on. So she has her cork. So you're going to get her, and you can see the red paint is in really good condition. She is your 3-hole. The shakers measure just about 2 3/4 inches tall. So there's Mrs. Claus. You're going to get Santa. Again, I really think he's very whimsical, especially the way they made his eyes, very 1950s with the eyelashes. And then you can see, he's so jolly with his eyes closed. So again, it's not choice. You're going to get the whole entire partial set that I have. So there are his 2 holes. And he also, I don't think that this has ever been used. So it has the made in Japan with the original cork. Now, the fun part is that you also get the little egg cup. So the Santa face is kind of the same as the shaker is. There's the underside. It even has its made in Japan label. Now, it even has its original little ball of bedding. I don't know. I guess it was kind of hard construction paper. I have a set, and this is what mine has because mine's still in the original box. So that's actually the way they were packaged. And then you have the fun little cap. So if you imagine
this little hat.
Yep, you put your little egg in there. So you can take this out. Your little egg would go in there. And then you would put the little hat on top of your egg. So you have your fun little egg cups. Let me put it back together for you. And these are from, I actually saw a set online that was stamped 1957. So I don't know. They probably made them for a couple years. So probably Mrs. Claus. Could you look at the camera? There we go. Thank you. So Aaron, I see you for 30. I'll highlight it in a second. I do believe that it was probably from like 1957, 55 through 1960 they made these. So, and again, you're going to get the whole set. No chips, cracks, no repairs. But if you want a full set, you'll have to find the Mrs. Claus egg cup. And then the bell is kind of the hardest one to find. So let's do a countdown for Blueberry Barn. Thank you so much. We're looking for 31 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, these are made by the Christ Company. And if you don't like Mr. Santa, you could always break them up. But the two small ones in the front, they are the salt and pepper shakers. So let me sit them down. 1957 was a good year. You're exactly right, Cindy. You could use Santa as a little nut cup if you wanted to, Dusty. You definitely could. But he was meant to hold an egg in there. So we're just waiting on that bid end. There it is. So Aaron, congratulations. The set's coming to you for $30. Over to you, Miss Amie.
Congratulations. All right, I have a choice round. It's going to start at 20, Jason.
Okay.
And this is a handmade round. And I was excited to get the supplies back out to make some more of these. These were one of my favorite things that I made last year. So I made some special ones for Christmas in July. And these are my Goober bells. That's what I'm calling them anyways. And so everything that you're seeing on all of these is completely vintage, okay? No new elements on these guys. So I have a choice of 4 tonight that I made specially for tonight's sale. So Goober bell number 1 is red. And so the bases of all of them are plastic, all right? And these are Bradford, kind of lacy cut bells. All of them are that. They're just different colorways. And then each one of them has a bottle brush tree, a vintage sequin topper, a little sprig of Mercury beads, and then featuring the spun cotton goober goodness. So this one is a little snowman. He's hanging onto a candy cane. And that tiny little pine cone is out of a Christmas corsage. And then they all have little tinsel to bring it all together. Now, I will sign these on the inside of the bell. I just did not do that yet, but I will sign them all. So that's choice number 1, Goober bell in red with the snowman. All right, number 2 is pink. Pink bell with a spun cotton little angel babe. And she's got paper, silver foil paper wings. And then she's got a tiny little Mercury bead at her belly, 2 little mini vintage ornaments there. Pink, pink, and pink. I tried to do as much pink on this one as possible. So that is choice number 2, is the little angel. Choice number 3 is blue, or kind of minty green, if you will. And this one has a little gnome or an elf, if you will. He's holding on to a berry. He's got a mini ornament and a little sugared bell there, and stars and sprigs. So that one is blue. And then the last one is green. And this one features Santa, a little spun cotton Santa goober. He's got a pine cone and a mini ornament and gold sprigs for him. All right, so let's line them all up. And before I do that, they do all measure around 4.5 inches tall, give or take or so, but they're all pretty much around the same. Okay, so we'll go through them again. We got red with the snowman, pink with the angel, blue with the little gnomey guy, and then green with Santa. All right, so there they all are, all together. So I love these. Absolutely love these. All right, Peppermint Patty, I see your bid at 26. I saw Wings was in there as well, at 25. So we're looking for 27 or more on choice. And winner can take one or multiples if they would like. And let's count them down. Anybody that's got a bid in there is welcome to use, just in case during the countdown, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 bid end. And I have to give props to Mr. William because I found actual vintage ones like this at Springfield last year, and he has the originals that inspired this. I said, I got to make some of these. And it's unbelievably difficult to find all the little bits and baubles for these things. All right, there is the bid end from Kim. Thank you so much. All right, so it looks like Miss Debbie had a just in case of 46. Wings has a just in case of 48. So Wings, let me know. We'll claim by bell color, green, blue, pink, or red, or a combination. Debbie is on deck for second pick, and then it goes back to Peppermint Pat.
These are even better in person. The camera's not doing them justice. I own one, and I love it. It looks just like it came out of the 50s.
Mm-hmm. They're fantastic.
Thank you all. All right. Wings,
and yes,
let me know.
I do believe Amie does have a holster for her glue gun, redheaded kitty cat.
I certainly do. Yes, I do.
She brings one just for
backup.
Fancy
setup for my glue
gun.
That's awesome.
Packing heat.
Literally.
Pink, blue, and red. All right. Pink, blue, and red. So Wings is going to take pink, blue, and red. So green is available. So Mr. Santa is left. Miss Debbie, if you're interested in that. And behind that was Peppermint Patty. And I don't have a bedazzled glue gun. There's no rhinestones on my glue gun.
Lame. I'll get you
Debbie's taking the Santa.
All right, sure Debbie, you got it. Thank you so much.
Right. Congrats. Thank you.
All right, up next we have Withering Snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? He's going to start off at 18. I love him. I really would like to just keep him, but I can't hoard everything. So here he is.
With the monocle. Oh, God, I love this.
Don't tell me about it, Jason.
I love this one.
So he is a composite snowman from the 1950s, more than likely made in Japan. He has got that chunky, yummy mica glitter on him. Don't eat it. Yummy's just like a descriptive word. Don't eat him. He does have a lot of original pieces. I should start off though with the fact that he no longer has his carrot nose. That would be a really super easy fix. I didn't do it because I don't want you to think I was trying to pass it as not needing the repair. So I didn't do it.
I have one of these as well, but mine doesn't have a carrot nose. Mine has one of those little berries.
Mine doesn't have anything. He has a wire.
He's got a nubbin. That's enough.
He's got a nubbin. You just gotta stick something on his nubbin. Okay. It would be an easy fix, but he does have a monocle. And
oh my!
He's got a snowy top hat, which I love, and he's got a chenille mustache. Love that too. And then he's got this very long chenille candy cane. So take a look at him. Other than his nose, and then it looks like at some point he had a repair on his neck, but also he could have been a candy container, and somebody didn't like the fact that his head popped off. So they glued the head in. So I don't know that it's a break or if they just glued it because they didn't want the head coming off like a candy container would. But there is yellow glue residue.
Yep, but he does. He looks like Burl Ives. Yep.
You can't tell from the front. He's just so dapper. And he has his original paper little bow tie. And you know what I would want to do with him? Put some snow around him and put him in a cloche.
That's what I was going to say. Put him in a cloche.
Makes him times fancier in 2.5 seconds. Hi, Ginger. It's so good to see you. But I love him. He's very dapper. He's handsome. And most importantly, he will not melt.
Nope. Well, what's fun about him, Arianna, is they make smaller versions of him. So you could get different graduated sizes. I've seen one. Yep, I love him.
So he's almost 6 inches tall. So that's a pretty sizey. He's essentially like a putt snowman. So that's a pretty big putt snowman. He wouldn't fit in very many putts houses. But I'm going to start the countdown on him at 20, 19, 18, 17. Oh, did I mention he has a monocle? 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dead end. What does like a snowman say? You know, like Santa goes like ho ho ho. What's the snowman say?
He says pip pip cheerio because he's.
I like that.
What?
Pip pip cheerio.
Pip pip cheerio. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yuletides to you and yours.
All right. So you had 3 34s come in at the same time, but Arianna, the first one.
Margaret.
Margaret.
I was going to let y'all say because I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Congratulations, Margaret. Thank you so much.
And I checked both devices, and that's what it showed on the phone as well. So, all right, guys.
So,
if you had a snowman with a glittery monocle, I'm going to bring my Santa Claus with a glittery belly. So mine is going to start at $48. I have a Harold Gale to offer tonight. So the only condition issue that I can say is here on his boot, you can see right there at the heel, there would have been a little bit that is missing. So it's not a major condition issue, but there's a little bit of the heel. So you can see just maybe that little area where my pinky is missing on that side of the heel. Okay. But it's on the inside. Other than that, he's in super good condition. He is a later Harold Gale. He's not like the same exact year as like Arianna's pink one is behind her. But he would be probably a little generation or so more into the early 1960s. So he is one that I very seldom see. He is the one that has he sort of has like a fabric felt stomach here. And then he's like Liberace'd up here. That's actually glitter in there. He has his original little vinyl belt. He has one of these great wool beards. Some of the later ones weren't so woolly, I guess is a word, as some of these earlier ones were. The face is also like a composition, but it more mimics like the maybe the Coca-Cola Santa Claus, not so much the softer composition where there was like a softer painting. This one's more probably early 1960s. He mimics it. There was a 7-Up one that they put out, and these two really look alike when it comes to the face. There's a little bit of wear right here in the corner up here by his beard. I just want you guys to see that. Might be a little bit of chipping to the paint, but other than that, he is in remarkable condition. Now, they do have him kind of at a stance like that. You can bend the legs a little bit. I don't know that I would. The way they are, you can still get him to stand. If you start to bend the legs a little bit, he's not going to stand all that well. So, Jennifer, thank you so much for the 48. Another one of the fun selling points is he has his original little pom-pom up here. A lot of times they go missing. If you look online, you'll see that some of these may have been going for a little bit less than that, but they had a lot of damage. So some of them had damage to the velvet or the fabric suit. There's no damage to him. The fur here is completely intact as well. The only condition, like I said, is he has that little tiny little chip right here, and it's just missing, like right where my finger is back in there. That's about how much is missing. So he measures the way he's standing. He's 15 inches tall. So he is 15 inches tall. Very, very clean. There's no staining to anything. Hello, Brian. Hello, everybody who's popping in. You can bend the arms a little bit if you want to pose it. I'll be honest with you. When I find these, I leave them the way they are. Unless they're really bent in an awkward position, I kind of leave them the way they are, because you start bending them, it might tear something or cause a condition issue. He has his original little staple, which holds his belt together, kind of holds everything in place. And he's just super fun and super cute. especially if you're doing a Harold Gale display and you want multiple ones of different ones. This one's going to look really, really good in your display because you don't often see the one, and you can see that's the thick, chunky glitter. And then he does have some felt here on his belly. I don't know. Now I'm looking at that. Maybe there's a little bit of glitter missing on there. Maybe that's a little bit of glitter missing, but the other examples I found had that same kind of fabric there. So whoever wins it, Jennifer, if you want, I have some vintage glitter. I can send some with it if you want to put some on there. But everyone I looked up seemed to have that same little space there. So other than that, he is good to go. So let's go ahead and count him down. We're looking for 49 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And he's got blue eyes. You know, he was getting all up in the grill there, but he's got blue eyes. And some of the other ones, the earlier ones, they didn't use coloring on the eyes. So Caroline is in there with a 49. Jennifer had a just in case of 55. Caroline's back in there with a just in case of 56. Some good internet, you guys. And there's Kim's bid end. So with a back-to-back, Caroline, it's coming to you. He's coming to you for $56. Thank you so much.
I've not seen that one. I don't think I've ever seen that one, like in person anywhere. I don't think I've seen that one. First time I've had the pleasure of having it. I've seen the, there's a Sprite one.
That's it.
Yes. Sprite? Yeah.
Yep.
Sprite one like that.
Yes. Yep.
And the Pepsi. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 36, Jason.
Right.
This is my most sparkly thing, although it's not really glittery, but it is sparkly in the form of foil. I do have a Holt Howard foil ceramic head angel tonight, and I had to bring this because 2 reasons. I got this in January in Des Moines, so I had to bring it.
My whole life. Oh, dang.
And these can hold different colors in their hands, and this one's holding a pink bulb. So it was a nod to the Withering woman herself. So that's why I decided to bring that tonight. She's in excellent condition. I have found these other times where they have some issue with the mesh. There's no ripping at all to the wire mesh. So she is gold foil, so she can stand on her own, or she can be a tree topper. But she stands just fine on her own. All right. But I would be cautious about putting her somewhere where she might knock over. Okay. If you are going to, or you could use a receipt spike. That's another way to ensure that she's not going to tip over. But she's in very nice condition. And the wings on these also can have issues, and there's not really much bending or anything going on with it. So her head is ceramic, and she does have a little necklace going on of Mercury beads. And then her arms are silver, like chenille kind of wire stems. She's holding the original little pink Mercury bead there. In the center, really, I can't tell you any kind of major issues. And the wings are just kind of stapled on there on the back. That's how they have all come. And these do come in different colorways. I've had pink ones, silver ones, red ones. They do come in like the feather angels in the same kind of variety, but they did do several different colors in the foil. But like this is just kind of like a wire mesh that's over top of the smooth gold foil there. And there's no ripping to that at all, which is pretty spectacular. Whoever had this stored it really well and took good care of it, because it's really, really nice. So measurement for it, it is 7 inches tall to the top of the wings at the most point, and about 5 1/4 at the bottom side. Okay, so I see Peppermint Pat was in, and Debs is also in. So Debs has got the high bid right now at 40. And the head, the ceramic head, no chips or any issues with the paint. It just has a little bit of crazing, which you can kind of see in the white ceramic. It's not going to really pick it up on camera, but I did want to just tell you that there is crazing in the ceramic. Okay, pretty typical with mid-century ceramics. Let's count her down. We're looking for 41 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid and.
Usually when you see those, you're right, Amie, the wings are almost unrecognizable. They're so crinkled and bent and weird.
Mangled mess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I see Peppermint Patty's got it just in case in there. Just waiting for Kim's bid end to come in, and there it is. All right, so Deb's had the high bid at 40, but Peppermint Patty put in a just in case. So Peppermint Patty, it's yours for 41. Thank you so much.
Yay, Peppermint Patty. All right, so I had mentioned I've been into primitives lately, so I put together a primitive Christmas lot. So originally this started, I was going to make a wreath, but then I liked this better. I'm going to start this at $24.
Okay.
And this is just a primitive Christmas display ready to go for your home. All you got to do is plug it in. So the first thing is this beautiful old basket. Now, when I said I was originally going to make a wreath, I did not want to damage this basket because it is a beautiful old basket. So I left it the way that it was. I did use some wire to attach the wreath to the basket on the inside just to make it a little bit more secure, but it's not permanent. And then inside, I added this beautiful green wreath. You can't really see it, but it's in there, I promise. And then on top, I added this beautiful primitive little candle lamp. So it is on a wooden spool. And then it's got this droopy detailing. And then I love this candle. It's so like a flickering old, like, candle light bulb. Love that. And then inside here, I just have an old hanky. And then I tied it up with a little piece of vintage measuring tape. And then sprinkled throughout the basket, I have these little old child's wooden blocks. And then I also have sprinkled throughout these teeny tiny silver vintage Mercury ornaments in all different sizes. Look at this little guy. So tiny. There's two here, and then there's a couple more blocks up front, and then there's one in the back. So technically you're getting this beautiful primitive basket. The lamp, it is plugged in. You do have to plug it in. So I have it plugged in right here. You're getting the wreath, the Mercury ornaments, the blocks, the hanky, and the measuring tape. Now, none of this is permanent, right? So if you don't like something, take it out, change it up, put your stuff in it to where you would like it. But it's just a fun little like starting point vessel for whatever you want. And I just thought it was cute that you could just set it on your table, plug it in, and you're good to go. It's all set for a cute Christmas display.
That's so cute. I love that.
I love this basket. Look at that. And those are nails. This is such an earthy basket.
The way you did this, Arianna, you could change it around and leave it out all year round and add other holidays in and take some of the Christmas, nods out.
Put some
I was just going to say, it would look really like if you had like a paper mache pumpkin and made it like a Halloween thing.
Yep.
Easter bunnies, eggs, 4th of July, throw some American flag things in there.
Yep.
It's just so cute and cozy. I'm really starting to like primitives, but I always like the vintage kitsch and the Victorian antiques, but I've started slowly developing a love and appreciation for primitives as well. They have their own little story to be told. But I'm going to start the countdown on this. You do get everything you see here. And as you can also see, it does work. So I'm going to count her down, shall we? I love this basket. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. And I didn't even measure it, but it's pretty substantial. I mean, it would be a pretty substantial little instant vignette, if you will.
Definitely a great centerpiece.
I love it. I'm going to put it down before I break it on accident. Yeah.
All right. right, so Arianna, you had 2 just in cases. You had a just in case of 45, but Tina had a just in case of 46. So, and Angela, I'm so sorry, your 47 came in after the bid end. So
Angela, thank you, Mom.
it goes to Tina for $46.
Thank you so much. And now Tina is a new friend to me, I think. So I do not know your last name, Tina. So if you could email me, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Tina's good. She's a repeat customer, so she's all good.
I'm Arianna. It's nice to meet you, Tina. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Everybody seems to have a tree topper. I'm happy I brought something tonight that is a tree topper, or it can be used in your display. These are sort of partial to me. I actually grew up with this tree topper on my tree. We no longer have it, but I did find this one, and these are pretty nostalgic from the 1950s into the 60s. So it is a couple different medias. It is the spun angel hair. So you have all this gorgeous spun angel hair. Then there is some cardboard and there is some foil on it. So a lot of times these are missing stars. I just want to get in close so you guys can see that almost there's no tears, no issues. There is a little bit of bending. So there is a starting of a bend on the wing there. But usually when you find these, a whole wing is missing. One of the stars is missing. This star is intact. It's just curling a little bit, which is what they normally do. And then over here, that star is fully intact as well. So this is a nice light tree topper. It is from the 50s, 1960s. That is a paper little angel in there, sort of like a little die cut almost. And then she is nestled in all that gorgeous, yummy angel hair. So on the back here, you can see that it is all attached with like a laminated cardboard. It does have the little tube there that fits into the top of your tree. And it is stapled in there pretty securely. So these are fun. I kind of showed it. This wouldn't come with it, but I did show it with the receipt spike. So if you didn't want to put it on your tree and you had one of those receipt spikes, you definitely could then just sit it in your display. So have you ladies, Amie, have you ever seen one of these before?
I've seen them in the box, but I've never seen what they look like out of the box.
They're pretty fantastic.
Such good condition.
Yeah, and usually when you find these, they're usually like discolored. The coloring is completely off. Some of the foil is missing. And again, these are pretty nostalgic, pretty iconic. 1950s, I think, is the era they came out. They were kind of like a throwback even then. It actually measures 8.5 inches. They are, Joe, and depending parts of the country where you're at, they are a little harder to find. They measure, this one measures 8.5 inches tall. And then across, it's about 8 inches. So the diameter of this part, where all the angel hair is about 8 inches, but then you get the extra height because of the little tube there, which is just a cardboard, like a laminated. It's kind of like a coated tube that then goes on and into your Christmas tree. So again, all of this is the angel hair. And if you guys aren't familiar, angel hair is actually spun glass, is actually what it is. So you don't want to go getting all up in this too much. Leave it as is. And then, you don't want to go like, you definitely will regret that. And again, all the parts are here. That star's just tucked in there and just some of it is curled up. That's normally what happens. And that's just foiled. Basically, that's just foiled paper is what it is. So they were hand-me-downs from generations. Absolutely. So some of them that I had in the past were stamped Japan. This one is not. They did make these for a couple years in the 1950s. But again, these are pretty iconic. And if you want to look for like something that could fit into like, I don't know, maybe this might be a stretch, but if you do an early style tree, even a primitive style tree, you could mix this into almost a Victorian style tree if you want. And this is also going to look good on top of my grandmother had, oh my God, Gloria. And then this also would look good like on top of your aluminum trees. So I'll just take one more second. If anyone's interested, $38. You can see there is some curling and some bending to the wings. Maybe the worst part here is right there, but I'll make sure we ship it to you. You can see that just happens from years of being stored. So as long as you're easy on it and, don't, wrap it in something really, really tight, you'll be all right. So I don't see any interest. That's all right. We'll bring this back during the recap and we'll keep it moving and we'll get Amie over here. All right, Miss Amie.
All right. $40, Jason.
All right.
And this, I've never had this planner before. I've had a lot of Christmas planners, but I've never had this one. I don't think I've ever even seen this in person before. This is made by Lefton, and it is a planter. And Santa is back from a long night of delivering toys, and he's just taken a snooze in his big old armchair. I absolutely love it. Now, there is a coordinating planter with Mrs. Claus that matches with this. I only found the Santa. This was also something I got at the Midwest Holiday Show in May. And he's really like no chipping on it, okay? Any color that you are seeing on this planter besides white is all cold paint. So all the green, all the gold, all the red, and the black. So overall, I would say the condition is very good on it. So here's the planter part. So you got the inside of the chair. It's a pretty large planter, and I like that they made it nice and tall. So if you had like some Mercury glass sprigs, something like that, I think would look like really cool coming out of the back of that. Or some poinsettias, something like that. But like right here on the armchair, there's a tiny little paint scratch right there. But really, maybe there's some little pinpoints here and there in the green. Here's the back. Not really a whole lot going on with it at all, paint scratch wise. So just a couple little spots here and there. But overall, I would say that that's excellent condition for cold paint. It does no longer have the Lefton foil sticker there on the bottom. That is long gone, but it does have its numbering there. I cannot get my hand all the way in the crevice. I love to say crevice. I can't get my hand all the way down in there. There's just a little dust in the very bottom of the planter, but I don't see that it was ever had a plant in there. I don't see any calcification or any heavy crazing or staining or anything in there. So I don't think that it was ever used. It probably was just on display. But it's just sweet. I really like the sculpt in that Santa. The only thing that would make it better is if they put a little reindeer here snoozing with him in the chair. That would just elevate it to the next level. But
he's a great size. What, Arianna?
Oh, I just keep thinking how I'd want to put like a cloth napkin in there and then put cookies in the top for Santa.
That would be very cute.
I think he's a great size. Like if you had the Pixies you just sold earlier, they're the right scale that you have like Santa there. And then you could just like put all your little itty bitty Pixies there and do your own little Santa's workshop.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, I love him.
Well, Parmesan could reach in there, Karen, but I don't know where he is tonight. He's out doing other things tonight. I don't know. He didn't want to be part of the Christmas sale. But we'll bring that back at the recap.
All right. Miss
Really
Arianna.
To show you guys, I still have my childhood tree topper. This was mine. I'm not selling it, but this was the one I grew up with.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Isn't she sweet? Okay, moving right. You go away.
She's porcelain, right? She's a porcelain face, and okay, yep.
So I actually also have another tree topper, Jason.
All right.
I'm gonna start him at $24.
All right.
And I'm not saying he's rare because I don't know if he's rare. I'm just being honest. But I've not seen a knee hugger Christmas topper before. Now, he's not a knee hugger because he has no knees. But he is a Pixie
oh my God.
knee hugger tree topper. And I found him just like this. So he has a cone body so that you can, of course, put him on top of the tree. He has a half a body. He doesn't look like he was originally a knee hugger and then turned into this. I think he was made like this. He's got little crossed arms, like he's unhappy about something. I don't know what, but I loved his shirt because it's a faded white and then a Band-Aid pink little bow on the top. He's got that very lovable knee hugger face that we all know and love. And then he's got his little Santa hat. He is about 8 inches tall, and I had not seen a tree topper one. So if you're someone who likes knee huggers, this is such a different one for your collection. Or if you want to put him on top of like a small tree and then put all your knee huggers on that small tree and him be your topper. I just thought he was so different. Amie, I got him from a store you would love to go to. If you ever come and visit me, I'm taking you to this store.
He's got definite attitude. Definite attitude.
He's like, this is my.
I have not seen him. I'm wondering if he was like he's like a choir boy or something.
I am really unsure.
I don't know. I've just never seen him before.
He came just like this on a cone, ready to be a tree topper. His clothes do definitely look older. There's some discoloration and it's a little threadbare on the bow. So if he was like a craft project, they did it a very long time ago.
It's really cute.
So cute. But I'm going to start the countdown on him. Like I said, if you have knee huggers, I just thought he'd be a great addition to your tree and poke your little knee huggers in throughout. I'm going to start the countdown at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big end.
He's kind of wants to walk like an Egyptian almost a little bit, the way his arms are.
He's kind of doing, doesn't Janet Jackson do a move with her arms like this?
Or he's I Dream a Genie. He's kind of like he's going to make your Christmas dreams happen. That's what he's going to do.
He's going to make Margaret Latina's Christmas dreams come true. Bing! Thank you so much, Margaret. He's yours.
Congratulations. Hey, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Kim, for being our official mod and bid ender. Thank you, Karen G, for popping in there. In the event you aren't subscribed to all of us, please do so. Please do so. We would definitely appreciate that. It'll help clue you into what we do. So each one of these sales, I'm bringing something that I didn't preview, okay? So I'm just going to take a chance here. If anyone's interested, you can have him. If not, he will have to ship by himself. He is going to start at $100, okay?
Ooh, what is it?
I have never, ever had this style Santa before in my life. He is a total of 3 feet tall. Wow. He has that celluloid, plasticky kind of face. He's almost like a rubber face. I don't want to squeeze him too much. He's like that in between full-on rubber face and like that thin like mask style, like for Halloween, okay? I don't know who the manufacturer is. I could not find a name or a manufacturer for him. He is a music box and he works. And I can tell you guys, it is Silent Night and it works. So come on, Santa. It's Silent Night. It plays slow. So Joe, thank you. I see you for 100. We're looking for 101. He has his original little pleather shoes. Look at those little itty bitty shoes on there. There is a little bit of wrinkling to the boots. They have the base. It's kind of like the base. Remember, if you guys, well, I'm sure you guys know, like doll feet or like baby shoes, they actually have like soles almost that mimic, baby shoes. He has. The way they sewed his legs, he is meant to sit. So he's probably going to be a sitter, and he likes to cross his legs. The only condition issue is I think he's missing his little pom-pom there on his hat, okay? Santa's hat is actually loose and removable, so you can take it off. If you take it off, he's bald, but he does have fabric there on his head. No damage to the face whatsoever. When he sits like this, he comes in at about 2.5 feet tall. When you stand him up and you can prop him, he is about 3 feet. There are no rips. There are no tears. There are no condition issues. The only thing that I could say is up here in the ermine or the fur up here, there's just a little bit of wear right there. And I had to snip a little. There was like a little piece of string. So I did snip that. So, but he, sometimes with these vintage plush, you get like a ton of fur that comes off. There's none that's really coming off whatsoever. There's his badunkadunk. You can see
it's a sizely badunkadunk.
He's a meaty Mr. Claus. He has his original little pleather belt and belt buckle, and he is just adorable. I had sold one a couple years ago had the same style face. And he was bigger than that. He was probably 2 feet taller, and he came with a chimney. And I tried to find my paperwork to remember the name. I believe he is like an obscure company that didn't make a ton of Christmas plush, and they made like 1 or 2 Santas, and he's I think just one that they made. So you can see that is sewn in there. So that is plush under there. I checked everywhere for a name. I couldn't find one. So one more time, the only condition issue is I think he's missing his pom-pom right there. Thank you, Aaron. I see you at 105. The face is that plastic rubber, like celluloid with no cracks. He has these gorgeous blue eyes. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't get it too much closer to the camera. So he's blue eyes and eyelashes, no odors, no smells. And to top it all off, he's a music box that is functioning and it plays Silent Night. So he's got his shoes, belt, and when you hold him like this, he is 3 feet tall. And then when you have him sit, which I think they wanted him to be more of a sitter to sit, he's about 2.5 feet tall. So this guy will probably have to ship by himself because I'll wrap the face really good and I'll make a box for him. So original shoes, there is a little bit of wear to the top of the shoe. Just want you guys to see that. It's just a little discoloration right here. It's like the laminate, just discolored a little, but fully intact. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 106 or more, and I'm sure he's from the 1950s. 106 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. He would be the centerpiece in your Santas. You could sit your Rushtons on him. You could sit your snowman. You could sit. He's just fun. Maybe even put a Merry Christmas sign in there. I don't know. I'd never seen one like this before. So there's the bid end. 110. Joe, congratulations. I know he's going to have a lot of friends. Thank you so much, Joe, and congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. He's awesome. No, Melanie, I've never seen one like that before. No. He's good. He's real good. All right. 16, Jason.
Okay.
All right. I do have a little Nancy Ann Storybook doll tonight. I thought I would bring her. I did just get her over the weekend. And she wants to be December, but she's not. She's actually from the Season series, and she's Little Miss December. So she fits the bill. She's dressed in red and green. She's got little tiny cherries hanging off of her hat. And I have added this little bottle brush tree, this little vintage bottle brush tree. Now, it's not permanently attached. It's kind of on there with one of those little clear hairbands, so it can come off of there really easily. But I just thought she needed a little something to celebrate Christmas. I thought it looked cute. It was the perfect size for her to hold in her hand. This was like a little a gift tie-on little bottle brush tree. It has a little wooden base on it. She is a frozen body. She is 5.5 inches tall. So she's number 93. Like I said, she is winter, and she's got kind of red hair peeking out. And on the back here, safety pin closure. That's very typical for these. They did manufacture them that way. She is stamped Nancy Ann Storybook doll on the back of her. She's the composition, not the plastic. And we'll peek under her dress. She does have her little pantaloons and her little black painted shoes on there. So frozen body means that she does not have movable legs or a movable head. Just her little arms can pose. Okay, so good condition on her, relatively. And she can stand on, if you kind of spray her dress out a little bit, she can stand on her own. Sadly, I did not find her with a dolly stand. And she has everything that she is supposed to have. And she is complete and good condition on her. So I see Miss Sandra is in at 16. So we are looking for 17 or more on Little Miss Winter. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I bet you are a redheaded kitty cat. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I just want to sprinkle her with some faux snow and put her in a cloche.
Oh, yeah.
She would look really good in like a little wintry.
Yeah.
I feel like she's caroling. I can hear her singing almost.
I'm gonna spare you singing. I want to, but I'm not gonna. Okay. Kim, thank you for the bid end. Right there before Kim's bid end is Miss Sandra. So congratulations. She's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Arianna.
All right, it is time for my favorite item of the evening. And unbeknownst to me, I actually made it. That never happens. I don't really like the things I make, but this turned out real nice. So I'm going to start this at $45.
All right.
This is a vintage bottle brush tree wreath that I have redone to be solely vintage Christmas.
Good.
So all the way around, this is vintage silver Christmas tinsel. And then in the center of each one of those clusters is a silver Mercury Christmas ball.
Good.
And then also, if you look, I have tucked little eggs around the wreath. And I did that because I made it, I don't know, I had these little bunnies, these little wooden German bunnies.
Good.
And I had this chocolate one. They are wooden, holding this Easter egg. Well, it's not an Easter egg, it's just an egg. And then this little white bunny, and then this little white bunny, and then there is a cotton spun mushroom. This is, of course, a vintage putz house. And then under it is this big nest of vintage Christmas tinsel. And then at the top here, we have a vintage celluloid reindeer. He does have both of his, what are those? Antlers? Antlers.
You bet.
And then there is this, Jason, what was the name that you said this was earlier?
Mine was Irwin, and
so it looks very similar to this. So this may be an Irwin sled.
I'm pretty sure. And Amie, she knows the plastics better than I do. Are you concerned?
I think so too. I know they did some different variations. So it's either Irwin or Rosbro. It's a 50.
Yeah.
Up here, I have this little chenille bodied Santa with a paper composite face. And then also in the back of his sled is this little bag of Christmas treats and another spun cotton. And then I did add a little battery operated light to the back of this.
Oh, that's so good.
The little putz house does light up like a little candle flicker in the dark. And it's just on the back like this. And then the dimensions of the wreath is 11 inches. So just short of a foot. And then I love the little bottle brush tree on there as well. And I just love this look for Christmas. It's a subtle, cottagey, cozy, not too overwhelming. And I just love those little bunnies. I liked mixing like the thought of winter in with Christmas. Like little bunnies also waiting for Santa. I don't know. It was just cute to me. And
Arianna, I was just going to say the significance, and you didn't say it, was it meant? I see it. The fact that you used a church and then with Santa kind of going over, kind of mixes the religious part and the commercial part of Christmas together. I kind of like those two.
Yeah, and the bunnies.
Together.
I mixed Easter, Christianity-ish, and Christmas kitsch.
I love it.
And there's Easter eggs. So it's like literally like, did you catch the Easter eggs? You know what I'm saying?
Good. It's good.
But I love this. I think it turned out really, really cute. And then the bottle brush wreath itself, I don't know if you're going to see it, but it's actually really super glittery.
It's good.
It's like covered in a thick glitter, the bottle brush wreath is. And then I'm just going to turn this off. Oop. And then I will start the countdown on her. I think it turned out so cute, and I love that Santa. He's a real oldie.
It's good.
It's original. It's not a reproduction. You can tell by the back. But I'm
so surprised. He's so surprised on his face. He's like, "Oh my God, here we go!" I love it.
Who knew this reindeer could go so fast?
Oh my God.
But I'm
So
just
good.
countdown. Oh, and there's a lot of glitter on the Putz church as well. I don't know if you can see. It's got that chunky mica glitter as well. But I thought the cotton spun mushrooms matched the color of the church perfectly. I don't know. I just love the combination. But I'm going to start the countdown at 20, 19, 18, and I did put a part to hang it. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid end. And what I like about making these wreaths is I never can make the same one twice. You know what I mean? Like, the way I make them is just with what I have and the way my brain works. So each one's going to be different. There'll never be two that are the same.
Again, I love the mix of everything. Even the Putz Church, Santa, the bunnies. It's beautiful.
It's fun. I like it.
All right. Looks like Roberta. Congratulations.
Roberta, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone else. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, Mom.
It's a gorgeous wreath, Arianna. Gorgeous wreath. All right.
You're gorgeous.
My next item, I'm just going to say it's rare. It is rare. I have never seen one of these in person. I can't even believe I found it. And this is it's gonna start a little higher, and you have to be a serious Christmas collector to want it. And you have to be a serious Christmas light collector to want it. So it's gonna start at just $95 because I can't find any other prices on this. So you're gonna get not only the light, and it's in like new condition, you're gonna get the original box, and wait till you see the original box, okay? This, some people might think it's made by Miro Star, but I talked to some of my light friend collectors, and they believe that this light is made by Majestic Electric Manufacturing Company. They did not make a ton of lights, and they made most of their lights in the 1950s. They made more practical lights than they did Christmas lights, okay? So this has a metal base that is painted red. It actually has fabric cord, which tells you how early it is. This could even be right post World War II, that 46 to 1950 era. It has its original foil poinsettia. It has the original holly leaves all intact. That's the original bottle brush tree. And then you have the original candles that go with it. Okay. So this is not doctored. This is an actual early light that then Miro Star kind of made some of these. You can see how
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
That the blue candelier that you had at the Midwest show that had like the blue and silver variegated candles,
yes.
Is that the same manufacturer?
No, that was Electro. Oh God, I forget the name of it. That was a different company. This is a different one. What was the name of that one? God, I'm drawing a blank, Amie.
I just wonder because the candles look like how they're painted look very similar.
A lot of these companies did do this, and these are cardboard that are painted. Yeah, what the heck? God, maybe if Tina's watching, she can remind me. I forget the name of it right off the top of my head.
I forget the name of it too. So,
but then what I love about this is the metal base, and you can see that they use these fabric cords. Now, some folks are afraid of fabric cords. I'm not. As long as they are not frayed, they are safe to use. And this one has a nice cord on the tip. Now, I don't know. This tip looks a little newer to me. I feel like somebody retrofitted a vintage 60s tip on it, okay? It does work. I will show it to you in a moment. So you get that, but you get the original box, okay? And a lot of times folks think that these are always candy boxes. These were the kind of boxes that they sold the Christmas lights in the 1930s, in the 40s, into the early 50s. There you can see that it was a number 7, whatever it was. That was the code number for it. So this was the original box that it came in. So you're going to get the original box and the light, and it has all these fun graphics on. You have the house, the trees. You have the nod to the vintage with the silhouettes. You have the fun snowman right there. You have the kid there with the packages. His scarf's blowing in the wind. You have the caroler. So you do get the box. The box, like I said, is in very good condition. It's not split out. Let's see if I can open it and keep it that way. The candle measures about 12 inches tall by about 7 inches wide. So here's what the inside looks like. Really, really clean. That's the way I found. That's what the bulbs were packed in. So the bulbs are somewhat period correct. I don't know if they would have had flame bulbs in it, or what they would have had. So here, again, you get the box and the company again. If you do a deep dive, it's hard to find research, but it is the Majestic Electric Manufacturing Company. So and here you can feel, you can trust plugging it in. There's been no zaps, no issues. Look at that 1940s, 1950s authentic bottle.
That tree is amazing.
With the center, it has the original center here to the poinsettia. Again, no condition issues. And you could have this. I had this plugged in for almost a half an hour and there was no issue. The only thing you have to remember is those bulbs get a little hotter than today's bulbs. So no rusting, no pitting to the metal base. So I think this is fun. And if you don't trust it, you don't have to plug it in because I think this is figural enough that you can just display it all on its own. So again, it's probably from when I was talking to my friends, they said it was 1950s. I believe it's probably right out of the war, probably that 46 to 1950. So thank you so much, Joe. I see your 100. We're looking for 101 or more. And again, you're not going to find these anywhere on the internet right now. And to get it, that it works, plus the original box, if I can hold the box right away, I just think it's fantastic. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 101 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There's not even fading to that tree. There's no like pitting or holes in the tree. It is just a spectacular. If y'all are looking for some rare Christmas, I saw one years ago at the Glow when I was at the Glow convention, but I never held one in my hand. So there is the bid end. And I don't know why I can't think of the name of that, Amie. I'll think of it once we're done tonight. So Joe,
at 2 a.m.
Joe, thank you so much, sir. Congratulations. And let's move it over to Amie. Thank you, guys.
I'll probably remember it too.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. This is going to be my highest start item of the sale tonight. And it's going to start at $50.
Okay.
And this is spectacular. This has got everything that I like about, like, I like Christmas kitsch. All right. But this is like, good, really good. And this is a complete sleigh piece. And I have added a couple things to it because it did have missing elements on the present. So I went in my vintage crafting stuff, corsage bits, package toppers, that, if you will, to add back to it. So I've added the little bottle brush tree wreath with Mercury beads. And I've also added this little present here with Mercury beads and a little leaf and this vintage chenille candy cane because things were missing off of this. This is actually a manufactured piece. It's not handmade. It's made by Napco. All right, there is the foil sticker goodness there on the bottom. And perched in the center is a large and in charge spun cotton Santa. And he is actually sitting in there. You can see his legs hanging out and he's holding on to all of these presents. I don't know how he can see to drive the sleigh, truth be told, but it's in there. And the sides of the sleigh are covered in that very thin red plastic. That's what the presents are wrapped with as well. And that can tend to tear very easily. And then it's also covered in white mica glitter on the candy cane sled there. And I would say overall it's in good condition. There is a little paint loss and glitter loss right there. So cardboard, felt, spun cotton, and original big bottle brush tree here in the back. There's also some painted pine cones that are in there. Those are also original to it. Just like a little bit of cracking right there. And I think there's another spot. Where's the other spot? It's most easy to see like on the bottom. So a little cracky right there and a little cracky right there. But otherwise, and it's a big piece.
This is good.
I've seen some other Napco pieces that have little spun cotton things, smaller ornaments. But this guy is really large and I think he's fantastic.
Amie, every time I see these, they're in a case for like $85 or $100. Like honest to Pete, that is amazing.
And this is also this like kind of crossbar here that is also covered with mica. It's just red mica on there.
I love him.
So I tried to bring him back to life with the things that were missing off of there. And I made sure to use everything. Time period, he does date to the 1950s on him. He's got that little berry nose that they all seem to have. Painted little face. Size of it is 6 inches. So we're looking at 6 here, 5.5 tall to the top of the tree, and then about 3.5 at the kind of widest point, like where the presents are hanging off. So I see Miss Erin at Blueberry Barn is in at 50. So we're looking for 51 or more. And I'm going to count Santa down. Erin, you're welcome to use it just in case if you would like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Econolight, Amie. It's Econolight is the light that.
And there it goes.
Had to dig deep into the.
That deep brain. Yep.
Did you see some smoke while you?
A little bit. I saw a spark go off out of your ear. All right. There's the bid end from Kim. Thank you so much. All right, Erin, it is yours for 50. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And Amie, I love that it's a personal one because that's really one of a kind. It's all original, but it's one of a kind.
I made a last minute swap on an item because I was kind of hoarding these, but then I thought Jason and Amie will like these, I think, because they're much more y'all than me. And since y'all did your highest star items, I'm going to do this, okay? It's going to start at $75. Okay. I have a set of 6, I believe they are Napco Carol Girls.
Okay.
And their bells. And I have the whole set. And they're okay. So they are little vintage ceramic bells.
Oh.
And they have their original little hangers. And they have their dinglers. So we've got this little cutie. Now I did look these up, and I don't say this often, but they were up there, which is why they're starting at 75, and they're all in perfect condition. No chips, no cracks, no issues with them whatsoever. And then we have this little girly.
So cute.
I want to know what they're singing. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, holy night.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly what I was thinking.
And then I call this, I don't know if this is her name, but I call this girl a little poinsettia girl.
Oh, she's darling. I have never seen her before.
I thought when I picked these up, I thought that they were just like random, but then I looked them up and this is the set they came in. It's so crazy that they've all stayed together for over 70 years. Wow. And they're all in perfect condition. And then last but not least, this one is my favorite. If I was one of these girls, that's the one I would be. I would be her, just looking up to La La Land in her little white. She almost looks like she's going to bed when everybody else is out singing, you know? That'd be me.
If you had Amy's Joseph Santa planter and put him in the middle and then had her looking up at him, instant Christmas display. Instant Christmas display.
But they're all just so perfect. And they are adorable. And they're all little bells. But really, you could just use them as ornaments.
I've never seen this complete set. I've seen 1 or 2. I've never seen them all together.
Yeah. So good.
And I will show them to you real quick if I can figure out how to turn this thing off.
Is that a cake plate you have them on? Is that what that is?
It was my daddy's musical cake plate from when he was a little boy.
That's so cool.
So there you go. There's the whole enchilada.
Wow.
I'm hiding in the back. But I'm going to start the countdown on them at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I love how they're all different colors. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin.
Imagine having these and gifting them one at a time to a youngster, like each year over the course of like 6 years, they get one. How fun would that be?
You're going to make me want to do that. You know, I've done that for my daughter every year. I buy her one special ornament.
That would be really fun. And just pick however you fit, you know, as they grew up, how that would fit. That would be fun.
That'd be cute. Well, thank you guys so much. I will hold on to them here for the recap.
All right. Amie had a gold angel, and I swear we don't look at what each one of us are bringing, but I had a similar style girl, but mine is in this gold like metallic mesh. So just a little bit different than Amie's. I've had these before where they were supposed to be tree toppers. I don't believe that this one is. I mean, it could be used as one. I don't believe that the sole purpose was a tree topper. So the only condition is you can see there's a little tearing here. So it is this like metal outline of the wings. There is a little tear there to the mesh. So you can move that if you want to try to get it to cover it. I just left it as I found it. So you have one of these ceramic heads. I can't say it's a Holt Howard head, although it is that same style. And I've never had one like that style of ceramic head. So she has this fun like lame kind of mesh fabric. She has her original little heavily glittered little wand or staff. Then you can see here, I didn't really squeeze it. I think that's ceramic or porcelain in the center here where her center like torso is. And then you have this chenille. So you have this like kind of like metallic-y. I forget, somebody used the right term. It's kind of like it's more of a flocked chenille. So you can see it has some texture to it. So thank you, Aaron. I see you in at 36. I've been trying to look all over. I can't see that any of the other mesh has any tearing. If there's any other condition issues, it's really, really, really minor. The only issue was up there. I've put the white behind so you can see. The only issue was up there at the wing. So there is that in there. I guess you could twirl that and make it a tree topper. I've seen later versions in the 60s that kind of looked like this, that the head was plastic and the center was plastic, and then they adorned her with lights. But this one is definitely an earlier, like 1950s version, and I just think she's fantastic. So again, the only condition issues, we have a little separation right there. There's a little pull. I'm pretty confident that if you just pulled, you could get it to coat it and cover it a little bit more, but I left it as is. The way she stands, her measurements are, she's actually 6.5 inches tall. So she's a little taller than you'd think, 6.5. And she's coming in at just about 5.5 across. She's actually taller than she is wide. So wings, thank you. I see you for 38. And again, it's all of that wire body that they made, you know, the dress part, the wings, and then you have the bump chenille, which actually has the like metallic texturing to it. It's kind of, you can feel like it's a little, like there are little bristles on there. And then she has her cardboard little wand with that really, really thick 1950s chunky glitter. And then the porcelain face with no chips or cracks. And her eyes are black. There's no specific color to the eyes, but gorgeous eyelashes. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on her. We're looking for 39 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. I was using her just to sit around as a figurine. I was just wondering if I saw a made in Japan sticker, but I'm sure she is made in Japan. So Debs is in at 42. We're looking for 43 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You can sit her out all year if you want. She's
I would put fairy lights up her skirt.
Oh my God, Arianna, I didn't even think about that. I was just going to say she's very fairy godmother-ish, sort of. Mm-hmm. So you could use her all year, Christmas, Angel collection.
With Pinocchio.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Even if you do like Wizard of Oz, she's like, I'm the good witch. So Wings had a just in case of 100. Aaron had a just in case of 46. So Wings, Congratulations. It's coming to you for $46. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Amie.
Congratulations. 36, Jason.
All right.
All right. She's a special gal. I've never run across her in the wild before. This is a Joseph Originals Christmas lady, a Christmas shopper girl. There is a series of 3 wearing this minty green colored dress with the ermine trim, and they're all holding something a little different. And I have never run across one of these in the wild before. She's in really nice condition. There's no chipping to her. There's just a little bit of crazing. But no, this is usually the area where the Josephs have some issues, is on the hands or up in the hair. She does have a little goldy hair bow up there, but I could not find any chipping to her. She's in really nice shape. Now she does have her Joseph Originals foil sticker there on the back side, missing the little Japan sticker that would have been on the bottom. That is gone, but there's a little remnant of where it used to be still there on the bottom. And I love the Joseph Christmas pieces. I just don't see a lot of them as opposed to some of the everyday figurines. She measures 4 inches tall and about 3¼ inches at the widest part of her bottom skirt. But again, that minty green, something about it. I mean, I like traditional Christmas colors, green and red, but I really like that jadeite green, same color that little Pixie pie was earlier. I really like that color. And I like pink too when they incorporate pink. They did some other Christmas ladies that were in pink as well as this light minty green. But she's just, I don't know. I can't find much of an issue with her besides a little mid-century crazing on her. But we'll go ahead and get Arianna started.
You always find the best Joseph Originals.
She does.
Yeah. So
She
cool.
does.
Some Josephs.
Okay, so I went to a primitive, and this was like a real primitive, like none of that fake primitive stuff. Estate sale, and she had the best antique and just primitive.
Oh wait, Arianna, can we just kick back to Amie for a second? I think we hit a bad lag there.
Yeah, of course. Please.
Yep, I'm seeing them just coming in the chat right now. All right, I see Laura and Blueberry Barn are both in at 36. So we are looking for 37 or more. Both of you have a bid in there, so you can use it just in case during the countdown if you would like. Laura just got back in there with a 38. All right, so we're looking for 39 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. So Laura, welcome. I know she just joined, so that's why she had to wait to type in the chat. Gotcha. All right, Laura, I see you're just in case. And there is Kim's bid end. All right, so Laura, you did not need your just in case. Congratulations. She is coming to you, and new name to me, so welcome. Make sure and email me your information. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Yay, congratulations, Laura. So like I was saying, I went to a really delicious primitive estate sale, and she had some really great Christmas. I was able to pick up a couple pieces. It was kind of a madhouse. This is going to start at 35, and it is this very early vintage Santa bulb. And the woman who owned this made a stand specifically for it. And, you know, girl after my own heart, she put it in a cloche. And this is a very early cloche. You can see that's not a crack or anything. That is a bubble. And you can see how this is just sharp around the bottom. It's just an early globe. There's more bubbles all throughout. So this is just an early piece of glass. But then here is the bulb itself. He would have been in a string of lights, but someone saved him. Because think about it, right? Nowadays, if a light bulb goes out on our Christmas lights, we don't keep it. We replace it and we throw out the old bulb. to them, these were no different. They were cute, they were figural, but they were still, at the end of the day, at the time, just a light bulb. They were just a light bulb. So I have a really fondness of these because of that. To me, they are a form of ephemera because they are not a figurine. They were a literal light bulb. And someone loved this enough that they saved it, and then she made this special base because it's not just glued on top. Like, they cut the wood to fit its little feet perfect and then tucked it down in there. And it's just the perfect amount of withering. So it's not all chipped up, but the paint is just rubbing in all the right places for me. I love him so much. And there's something about his face that kind of reminds me of a bear. Like, I know he's a Santa, but I kind of want to think he's like a Santa bear.
He's a pudgy Santa. I love it.
He's so pudgy-wudgy. If pudgy-wudgy was a bear.
He'd be a Santa bear.
He'd be a Santa bear. And then he's holding a little Christmas tree over here. And I just love him. I love him. I love everything about it. I think it's charming. I think it's primitive. I think it's sweet. I like mixing. I love my kitsch Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I decorate with that as well. But just adding a little bit of the more primitive stuff in has really, I don't know. I just find it cozy.
It's good.
But I'm going to start the countdown on him. Oh, and real quick, I'll tell you, he is, because he's not huge, right? He is 5 inches. So I'm going to start the countdown at 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It end. I really wanted to keep this.
It's truly one of a kind at this stage.
But I did.
Really wanted to preserve whatever paint was left on there. Like, I get it.
And you don't
I'm
even
so glad that they did that.
because it's in a cloche. You do have to dust the cloche, though.
Like, I want the whole story. Like, was that her great grandmother's, and then it got passed down, and it worked, and it stopped, and she put it in? Like, it's got to be a whole thing. So.
What if it worked? I'm not going to test it, but what if it works? That'd be crazy.
It's easy to test those with a 12-volt battery. But okay, so Sharon, and then we had MJ, and then Lisa. Arianna, you go ahead and call it. I feel like I'm doing it for you.
My best educated guess would be Lisa Jens for 57.
Hot dog, you got it.
Yay!
You got it. You got it. You got
Congratulations.
it. All right, guys. My next round is going to start at $28. Now, I don't believe that these were made in Japan. I believe that these are either German or Scandinavian, okay? Just from the quality in which these are made. So you're getting the set of these fun little wooden angels, okay? It is a little band of angels, and they are all hand-painted. You can tell that each one is just a little different. They're even getting washed out at the bottom. I'll show you some more details. There is one condition issue with the one. Whatever instrument she had, it is no longer in her hands, okay? But all the other ones are complete. What I love about these is their bodies look like bells. So they're kind of anthropomorphic-y to me. Plus, we'll just show her. You can see each little face is heavily... I don't think they're that Erzberg. I guess I'm not saying right. I don't feel like
Erzberg.
I don't think they're, there you go, Amie. I don't think they're made by them, but these are definitely a higher quality than your just run-of-the-mill made in Japan, because you're going to get this one that has, this one will be part. So I'll send this one. When they actually use these nails to attach them and hold them together, they're a little higher quality. Usually Japan always glued them. So this one was missing an arm. So you're going to get her in case you want to switch parts out, and she's missing her halo. So you're actually going to get 2, 4. So you're actually going to get 7, but that one is going to come as parts. So these are really, really adorable. I'll show them to you here. So you're getting a functional band of 6. They are really mid-century looking. I believe that they're probably late 50s, early 1960s. They measure about 3 inches tall. So each one of these, this is a thin wood that they attached for a halo. And you can tell, look how they're painted. And then she has her music, her sheet music. So she has her sheet music in her hand. She really fun. I mean, a lot of times I pass on angels, but I have to tell you, these fun wooden angels, look at the detail down there. And each one has a little bit of different. This one is kind of almost like a backwards bow. And then some of them, like this one here, they mimicked like some rickrack. Okay, so that one has some rickrack on there that they mimicked. Now she has her horn, and each face is just a little different. You can see they have some details on the wings, and then actually the wings, you can see where they actually have them nailed in. So each one of these fun little angels, and I could not find, I mean, you start looking on images and trying to research, it's very hard to find the company if they're not stamped. And they are not stamped anywhere, Germany or Switzerland, but they just have that feel. And I really don't believe that they're made in Japan. So then you have this one here. She's holding actually, I think it's a wreath. I think she's just holding a wreath in her hands. So there she is. And some of them look happy. Some of them look angry. She's
loving colored eyebrows.
I do too. And I'm trying to get the glare
eyebrows.
There you go. Yes. Yep. And each one is a little different. Then they gave them these rosy little cheeks, but that's in pink. And some of them have their mouths open like they're singing. So that one has its horn. Thank you, Leanne. I see you're 28. So we're looking for 29 or more. This one is holding its harp. So this one has its harp in its hand. Okay. And then the one back here, like I said, she's missing whatever instrument she had. So if you wanted to like maybe make another thing, to put in her hand, another piece of sheet music. And just because I didn't have the heart to get rid of her, and she's the only one that has the eyes closed, you're going to get her. So you can actually, if you wanted to like use this one and take the arm off and the halo off, and because you wanted the one with the eyes closed, you could do that. But we'll let the new owner do it. And again, they come in at about 3 inches tall. Each one is hand painted. You can tell that each face is just a little bit different. And it's this really, really great mid-century style band. And I'm still going to hold to it. I think they're probably made in Germany or Scandinavia, in that region, somewhere over there. They're just really, really fun. And they're high quality. And they're actually, like I said, put together. They have nails to hold the arms in and things like that. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. We're looking for 29 or more. You're going to get the full band plus the one for parts. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Timmy, I see you in a 29. So we're looking for 30 or more. And again, these, I've never seen these before. Couldn't find an exact match on anything, but they scream. They're going to look great in anything mid-century, and you can leave them out all year long if you want to as well. So there's the bid end. Kim, thank you so much. So Leanne, congratulations. The set is coming to you for $32. Thank you also, Timmy, for the bid. Over to you, Miss Amie.
Congrats, Leanne. Hello, Timmy. All right. Handmade round for me. Going to start at $40, Jason.
All right.
So this will be my last handmade thing for the sale. And I have one of my Christmas dollies next. And I absolutely love this fabric. It's some of my favorite fabric. Now, not vintage fabric on this one, but definitely vintage inspired. Actually, I have seen wrapping paper with these little kids riding on the reindeer. I've actually seen this. So I think that they probably took that imaging from that wrapping paper and made this darling fabric. So handmade by me. And so she has little felt, blondie hair, hand painted face, a little bit of blush there. I have added a little red felt bow to her piggy. Really cool vintage button here at the top of the dress. It's kind of, it's an acrylic button. I want it to be lucite, but it's not. And then this cool like green swirly in the middle. And then the darling fabric, it's got kind of this green crosshatch for the pleat of the dress, which carries down into her socks. She does have tie on little red felt shoes. We'll turn her to the back. You can see some more of that cute little print. So it's all kids riding on reindeer like horses, and I'm here for it. They even have little spurs on their boots. And then there's little holly and bells kind of mixed in there too. There's hook and loop on the back of the dress, so if you need to take it off for whatever reason, you can. And she's already pre-tramp stamped. She's already signed here on the back side. I have to tattoo them all. It's just something I have to do. And there's the back of her hair. So these do pose really well if you have a cute like little dolly chair. They look really cute on like a bedscape. They make a great gift. So I use textile acrylic paint, so it's heat set on there. It's not going to come off, and it's safe paint. It's definitely non-toxic paint. Measurement for her, she is about 16 inches long, all the way outstretched. And then at the widest point, her pigtails are actually wider than her hands this time. Sometimes the pigtails and things can be different depending on how I do the hair. But her pigtails make her about 9.5 inches. Okay, so there she is. I see Miss Pam is in at 40. Thank you so much. And Paula, I see you're 42. Thank you so much. So we are looking for 43 or more on little Christmas dolly. And anyone that is bidding is welcome to use just in case during the countdown. We're looking for 45 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
We had to bring in special security during Misty's pop-up because the folks were fighting over these in Amy's booth. They literally
there were a couple ladies that had certain ones in mind.
Yeah.
Insanely talented.
Thank you. So are you. I could say the same thing.
I couldn't. So
all right. Bid end is in there from Kim. Thank you so much, Kim. All right, Miss Pam, she's coming to you. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
I know. They're so good.
They are.
They're so good. All right. This next lot of mine is going to start at $24. I'm calling this my Victorian Christmas lot. Not everything in this is actually Victorian. It's just like supposed to give you that Victorian vibe. So you are getting everything you see here. I have this. I don't know what it is. It is a metal little footed. Reminds me of
like a bathtub.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of a bathtub.
Maybe it's a soap dish, a big
it's
soap
got
dish.
Beautiful lion heads on it. But look, Amy, there's these weird parts. So there's these two little like pins, and then there's a space in here with two holes on either side, and you poke it through, and it would have held something. And it's on both sides, and I don't know what it was, but I liked it. Okay, so I bought it. It is a pot metal, much like the Victorian jewelry caskets, that type of mixed metal. And then on this side, it looks like maybe it would have held something, like a spoon or a knife.
Different.
So I don't really know. I just liked the lion heads. It's definitely older. And then inside, we have all sorts of different treasures. We have this really beautiful, super old indent ornament. It's not broken. It's just very small, very fragile. Then we have this one. These are some of my favorite, the like acorn ones. Definitely older as well. And then we have 4 of these vintage spun cotton pink ornaments. We have 2 in a more softer pink and 2 in a little bit more rosy pink. Then we have, I'm going to set this down. Then we have as our base this pink and white doily, just to kind of give it some filler on the bottom. Then you have this tree. Now this tree is actually made in Western Germany. I know this because I bought a few of these at the same time, and half of them had made in Western Germany stickers on them. This one just doesn't. It's essentially made out of chenille pipe cleaners, and it is this very shiny gold tree. And then the 2 pieces of ephemera that are coming with it is this Victorian postcard that says "Loving Christmas Wishes," and this one was posted 1910. 1910. And then it's also coming with this little Victorian Christmas card, and it says "A Happy Christmas on one side, and then a Christmas greeting on the other side with that beautiful scenic image. And then I'll show you one more time the vessel.
I don't know what that would have held.
I just
I don't
know.
either. I just like Brian suspected maybe it had like a cover, and I was thinking maybe it had like a handle of some sort. I don't know.
Oh, you know what I bet it is? A butter dish. You know the butter dishes that have like the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what was here. And then you would pull it back. Maybe.
Yep. Definitely could be.
We don't know for sure. Like an antique butter dish.
Banana pudding. Karen says it held banana pudding, Arianna.
It held banana pudding, okay? It held your hot dogs.
Oh, that's good.
It held whatever you want. It's yours.
It could be peppermint. Could be.
You can put your Jello in it. I don't care.
How tall would you say that foil tree is in there? Because that's a pretty doggone large one in there.
10 inches.
That's a good tree.
Those trees are like $50, $60 trees when they're that big. That's
It's Western Germany one. And there she is all set up. You get your banana pudding holder, your Christmas tree danglies, your ephemera, and your beautiful Western Germany Christmas tree. Love it. Thank you so much, Dusty. I'm going to start the countdown on this little lot of mine. 20, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And this postcard was to Mabel.
good old Mabel.
And it is embossed, and I love that pink color for Christmas.
I love the color story in that whole thing. It's good.
No, pink and gold, pink and gold.
All right, Arianna, you got MJ in it just in case of 31, but Dusty Moose, who says she's going to use it as a nut cup, had a just in case of 49. So for 32, it's going to Dusty.
You just noticed the little feet. They're like horse feet. They're like horse
Oh
hooves.
my God, there's a whole significant story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole story in that. And Joe thinks it could be a soup tureen. I don't know. It would have to be something fancy that tongs or a knife, like you said, Arianna, would have rested on those those little hooks there. So
Yeah, something.
all right, $20, and I got to come back to my roots with kitsch. So it is a Relco Santa planter. He's starting at this price because he has pretty deep crazing lines. He's not necessarily fully hollow, but he does have a line in him, and I did not notice it when I purchased it. So just note there is a line right there, but I'm pretty sure that I can ship it to you safely. And then there is a little bit of a deep crazing line starting right there at the top over there. But for display purposes, I try to get down in all of the crevasses, like Amie would say. Crevasses. I couldn't get to all of them. But honest to Pete, when it comes to Santas, look at the Santa face. So that's why he's just starting at $20 because he does have that hairline in him and some of the deep crazing. He's a nice larger one. I've never, in all the years of collecting ceramic, I've never had this one or an example of it. So $20 if anyone's interested. It is embossed Relco here on the bottom. It still has its original Relco made in Japan sticker. His cold paint is phenomenal. Look at I love the way his big belly is. And then they went ahead and they had his belt kind of looped down. So Aaron's in at 20. We have Jennifer in at 22. The eyes, that's what, when me and Tina picked this up, it's all about the Santa's face. Look at how they did his eyelashes. They gave him these airbrushed rosy cheeks, the mouth, the little lines here because of the little wrinkle in his nose. And then you can see just how well detailed he is. The gold on the belt. And again, the paint is just phenomenal. So Blueberry Barn, Aaron is back in at 23. He is a nice size. He comes in he's 8 inches tall. So he's 8 inches tall. He is about 4 inches across, and then deep wise here on the side, it's about just about 5 inches there on the side. So even the black paint is in remarkable condition. There is a little bit of schmutz that was on it here. I'll let the new owner clean that off. Just a little bit of schmutz there, and then that's the line that I'm speaking of. So we will pack it very, very good in there. And I'm sure displayability, I think he'll display for many, many years with no issues. So you can see his hands there. He has some white gloves on, and again, the great details. So let's go ahead and count him down. We're looking for 24 or more. He's probably in late 50s, early 60s, Relco, Japan, planter, Mr. Santa Claus. And again, we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If I've seen one of these before, he may have had fur on it. But this one, it never had fur on it. So it's just one of those faces that I've never had this style planter figurine from them whatsoever. And he's going to look really, really good in your Christmas display. So Jennifer, thank you so much for your just in case. Aaron had a just in case of 36. So for $37, he's coming to you, Jennifer. Thank you so much, ladies, for the bids. And thank you, Karen G, for the bid end. Over to you, Miss Amy.
All right. I have a choice round at $12, Jason.
All right.
Okay. I have a choice of brooches for my next round. And these are two totally different ones. Well, hello, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight. Parmesan is here. All right. The first choice here is a Santa brooch, and he's got a dangler. We love a good dangler. So it's a Goldie tone Santa, and he is riding through the night with his sleigh full of presents. And I would say overall good condition on the paint on him. And it's just like a little plastic bead for the little dangle there for good measure. This one does have a safety clasp on the back, good working condition. Overall, there's no I don't know, like bending or anything to the metal. No signature on the back of this one. But I just like I don't know, it's different. I try and pick up different kind of brooches if I see the Christmas ones, rather than just kind of standard fare stuff, but I really liked him. Santa measures, he is 2 3/4 inches long, including the dangle. Okay. And choice number 2 is this really fun Goldie tone, very mid-century, stylized brush metal deer. And he does have green rhinestone eyes, teeny tiny little rhinestone eyes. Again, really nice condition on this one. Also has a safety clasp on the back, has the Y back on this one. So I would date this one in the 50s. Most of those Y back settings were from the 50s. Again, no stamping or marking on that one. The deer measures 2 1/4 inches. 2 1/4 inches. Okay. So I just really like the style of that deer. I'm here for it. All right. So those are the 2 choices. We got Dangler Santa in the sleigh or the brushed metal gold deer. If it were me, I like to wear brooches on hats, like either on a Santa hat or any kind of hat. Usually I like to pin them on the side of a hat or on lapel. I think both of these would look nice. Whatever you decide to do with it. I like both of those, but we will move it on. Thank you, guys.
Great for Christmas.
I love
They make
that.
great Christmas gifts.
Like so mid-century. All right, up next, I have a little pairing. They're going to start off at $16. This is probably one of my favorite vintage Christmas cards I've ever found. You know I love Victorian, but this one's so cute. It says an almanac of Christmas wishes, and I know it's going to be backwards. Well, maybe it won't be since I'm on.
Not here. Yep.
Not
no,
here.
Not here.
My world is all right again. but it says an almanac of Christmas wishes, and then there's that beautiful chunky silver mica glitter on there. And then up in the corner it says, well, we'll start here. It says summer with an anthropomorphic sun, spring with a little birdie, autumn with a jack lantern, and then winter with a Christmas tree. And that glitter is perfect. This card is in such good condition. And then you open it and it says predictions for your Christmas. And it's got all of these great little illustrations throughout. All the little things you saw on the cover are in this quick little story. I'm going to read it. I'll be quick. It says, predictions for your Christmas. The weather will be sunny with snowflakes everywhere. Statistics say you'll listen to carols in the air. The population will have turkey and Christmas pudding too. And in all weights and measures, friendly gifts will come to you. The temperature will be cozy where stockings hang by the fire. The Christmas stars will shine on each little village spire. And when the holidays are over and the new year comes in view, only the fairest winds will blow health and good cheer to you.
I like that.
That is the little Christmas card, but what I fell in love about it was the cover. So then I made this because, let's be honest, how many times are we driving around at Christmas time and there's always a few people that still have their pumpkins on their front porch. So little putz out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love that. That's good.
Also, think about it. If you collect vintage Christmas, you probably also like vintage Halloween. So I thought I would take the little jack-o'-lantern off of the autumn corner and then take the winter off of the winter corner and just put these together. This is a vintage cake topper right here, this little jack-o'-lantern. And then we have this blue glittered putz house. It's in really good condition. The door's all there. The windows are all there. The tree, the snow. It is in really good condition. It is also marked Japan on the bottom. You see that snow on the back is so sparkly. But I just thought how cute that would be next to this. I loved it. Like a good little holiday mix.
It's definitely a crossover for a holiday lover. You're exactly right. It checks off so many boxes.
Because you know
the card and the house.
You've seen people that leave their Christmas lights up all year, their pumpkins rotting on their front porches.
It also harkens to me because I remember as a child trick-or-treating in a snowsuit because it usually snowed on Halloween.
That is the first time I went to visit my husband's family in Michigan, it was for Thanksgiving, and I made a snow turkey. There was so much snow. I built a snow turkey instead of a snowman.
Gobble, gobble.
No turkey.
Gobble, gobble. But it was just a little fun. If I had a little bird and a sun, I'd add that too. But we are going to start the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid in. See, Karen? And you guys gotta have to be so for real, right? Like literally the day after Halloween is Christmas.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, there's Thanksgiving in there, but
and Mariah Carey awakens from her slumber.
They thaw her out.
It does.
They thaw her out. You are right.
They thaw her out.
Yep. All right, Janet, it's coming to you. Congratulations.
You, happy Halloween, Christmas.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I have a choice round, and these are new old stock. I love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't have a big collection. I did keep one of these for myself, but these are identical. So I have one of them out of the envelope, and I'll show you the front. So these are, if you guys don't know, of course I know Arianna and Amie do, but the backstory of Rudolph, he's actually created by the Montgomery Ward Company. So the whole story and everything was actually created by Hello Steel by Montgomery Ward. So this would have been a promotional giveaway. I don't know if they gave them to you if you met Santa. I don't know if you had to purchase something, but I have two of them and they are identical. So this is the envelope. And then here on the back, it says, when you're at Ward's, then of course it did advertise other Rudolph things that you could have purchased as well. So of course they had the Rudolph book, they had the slippers, they had a sweater, and they had a plush. Look at that plush.
I want to
15
This is
inches
amazing
tall.
if you ever see one in person.
Yeah.
It's
So
good.
Montgomery Ward covered the gamut. They even advertised it. So this is a twofer. You get the envelope, and the envelope says, in this envelope is a push-out puzzle toy. So I'll read a little bit more to you. But when you open up these envelopes, this is what's on the inside. So it is this thicker laminated cardboard, and then you would have popped out all of these pieces, and you would have made your own little three-dimensional reindeer. So there's Rudolph's face and his nose. Then you have his legs and his torsos right there, and then those are his antlers. So if you guys remember those, it was really big in the 1980s, those puzzle deer that you would put together. That's pretty much how you do it. So you go ahead and you pop out all those little divots. So then you have his legs. And a lot of that's over, they painted over further than they had to. But then this is the part that you're going to use right here, okay? So I'm just trying to give you guys the full effect. So there's Rudolph's face. Hold it the right way, and then his nose. No, wait. There's Rudolph right there. I had it the right way the first time. So wings, I see you in at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. That's the little neck part right there. So there's Rudolph's face. Do I have poor Rudolph upside down? I think I keep.
No, you have it the right way.
No, I have it the right way.
His little mouth is open underneath.
There it is.
You have it the right way.
It's like an optical illusion here on my side. So you get that. I would say that when he's put together, he's probably about 3 inches tall. So then, of course, then this is the envelope that it's going to come in, and I have 2 of them, so you can display the envelope. And then basically it just says, in this envelope is a push-out puzzle toy, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. When you get him home, bring Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to life, pushing out the pieces of the puzzle and fitting them together snugly, as the picture shows. When you're through, play with Rudolph, take the pieces apart, put them back into the holder so you can put it back into the holes, then back to bed, which means put it back in and put him back in the envelope, put him back to bed. In this envelope till you're ready to play with Rudolph again. See, that's how they taught everybody to take care of your stuff. Put it back in, not pull it apart and then throw it in a toy box. This Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is yours. And it's with Christmas greetings from Montgomery Wards. I even love that script. So 1950s. If you guys have a plush, a book, whatever, if you're into ephemera. So I have 2 of them for you to choose from. They're new old stock. There is that one. There's the envelope for the one that I showed you. And they're pretty much identical. So I see you, Wings, in at 12. We're looking for 13 or more. Let's go ahead and count it down. And again, you can take 1 or 2 of them in their new old stock. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm seeing everybody's bids come in. Shiny Bright South had a 13. New name to me. Welcome in. I see Brenda with a 14. Joe's in at 15. Shiny Bright South is back in at 18. Wings is back in at 27, right before the bid end. Thank you guys so much. So it looks like a just in case of 18, then would allow Wings at 19. Wings, did you want 1 or 2? 1 or 2, and they are identical. Both envelopes have a little discoloring there. I went over a fine-tooth comb. The insides are identical. There's no real difference between them. So Wings, you get first choice. And then at 18, we'll go back to Shiny Bright South, which is a new name. Welcome in. Okay. So Wings, you get one of them at 19. Shiny Bright South, did you want the other one at 18? So Wings, you get one at 19. Shiny Bright South. Let me know if you were interested in that at 18. And then if you pass, because maybe you wanted 2 of them, then that would put us back at Joe. And that would put us back at Joe. And we'll just wait here one moment. You'll take the other one. Thank you so much. And Shiny Bright South, if you can just email me your information. I need your real name. I need an email address that I can send you a PayPal. And we will get it invoiced. I need your full address as well, too. So just please email me before the end of the sale. Thank you so much. And welcome in, new folks. Thank you.
Welcome. 2 rounds left, you guys. 2 rounds left. All right. $12 for me, Jason.
Okay.
All right. I wanted to bring this tonight because it is a little withering, and I really liked. Actually, I liked the wear on this card, and it's an oversized. It's considered an oversized easel card made by Hallmark. I'll show you the back real quick before we get up in it. All right. So here's the easel back. All right. So it can stand on its own, and I will show that to you. So it's a Hallmark card. If that is going to focus, maybe not. It is have very tiny little copyright 1944. I've had some of the other easel cards that they produced in that same time period. Now I will say on the back, so there's a few little bendies and a little staining things going on. Up here, this little wing, it was like it has a little bit of tape on it, I think, just to stabilize it. It doesn't look like it's whipped all the way through, but there's a couple other bends on the wings, and the end of her fiddle bow has a little bend to it. But let's get up in the card because it's absolutely adorable. Again, here's one of those little applied bows that they decided to put in. That is original to it. And just the sweetest little angel babes. I love the little holly berries up in that one. And she does have mica glitter for the stars. They got. This reminded me so much of you.
I would wear that
this dress. Like, I feel like you should have a dress like this in your wardrobe, covered with mica glitter stars. And the glue that holds the mica glitter on just makes them, a little bit withering, and I like that. And she also has mica glitter on this wing here that's sticking out. Same with this angel wing. Here has some mica glitter accents to it. And then there's some spots and some wear to the card, but I just like the overall look of it. And it is oversized, so it is 8¼ inches tall by 7 inches wide. All right, so it's a pretty good big card, and I'll show you it standing because it does stand on its own here. And I like that they produce cards like this because then you can, if you don't have a flower frog handy, instant display with the little easel back there. So I always appreciate that those are still intact there on the back side. Nikki Moss, I see you at 14. And Wendy, I saw you're 12. We are looking for 15 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I love that 40s Hallmark before they rebranded and changed it.
So, Amie, will you make me that dress, please?
I don't know how to make people clothes, but I'll try. If I ever find fabric like this, I'll
like
try.
A doll dress, but bigger.
I will try. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Just in cases there at the end, Wendy had a just in case of 18. Nikki Moss had a just in case of 22. So, Nikki, it's yours for 19. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Nikki. All right. I have a choice. I didn't originally have a choice, but now I've made it a choice. I got these at that epic estate sale that I went to. Where I got like all those great mohair animals and antique ephemera. Any whoosies waysies. I got these there. They're going to start at $20 choice. And I have got 2 pair of these super long 14-inch Mercury glass candlesticks. And I have a choice because I have 2 sets. It's not, the choice isn't this candlestick and this candlestick. This is one set. These are very long ones, and they are in fantastic condition. So these are 14 inches long. They are made completely out of Mercury glass. They do have the clear, this set has the clear pinched off tips. And both of these, which I didn't even know they came originally with corks. I didn't know. Have their original corks. So I was thinking maybe you could stuff some fairy lights in there and put them in a display, and they would have a nice twinkle from the inside. I'm not sure what you could put in there, but something. You could put something in there. There are no chips or cracks on these. They are very clean. Such tall, beautiful Mercury glass candlesticks. And although these do say Christmas, you can use these all year round. I think that they are just beautiful, classic candlesticks. And considering they're probably from the 1950s, so like 70-year-old, very thin glass, and they're like still here, that's pretty cool. So I have the pair with the clear pinched off tips. And then I have another pair that is also 14 inches long. Same thing. They both have their original corks. Very good condition. But these ones have a kind of burnt orange reddish tip to them. Again, with the corks. And these, if you did put fairy lights in there, I bet you could get that little tip to glow. And that would be a fun effect. Now, there is a little bit of oxidation that tends to happen on mercury glass on the bottom of these. But other than that, really no concerns to note at all. So we've got the red tips. And then we've got the pinched tips. And I will say that even though they're both 14 inches tall, the pinch tips make them a little bit taller. So if you're looking for the tippy tallest, it'd be the pinched ones. But gosh, it's just a hard choice. What you gonna choose if you're interested? They're so pretty. But I'm gonna start the countdown, and you get to choose between red and we'll just call these red, these clear. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It end. Now, one thing I will say, what? Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say it's a really unique size. I've never had any larger than 12 inches. That's a new one for me, the 14-inch ones. They're big.
They're so big. And I was going to say, I know they're not rare things. You can buy them online. But somehow, before I found these, I had never found a pair in the wild.
Gotcha. Mercury candles are not as, you'll actually probably find lucite candles quicker now than you'll find the Mercury ones anymore.
Well, I mean, they're just so fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I see Teresa H at 25. Thank you so much, Teresa. Which one or ones, if you're feeling festive, would you like to get? You can choose red or clear, or since you have the highest offer, you can also choose both. That is the power of the highest bid. So we've got red or clear. And here they are like side by side so you can see.
They'd look good. She wants the pinched clear ones.
I got you. I will set those down. So those are going to you. And I think you are a new friend to me. So thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you.
And then Helen Hill is your backup at 24. And you had the red tip ones remaining, right?
Yes. Would you have any interest in these, my sweet friend? Hello, by the way, Helen. How are you? I haven't seen you commenting. I didn't know you were here.
She was lurking. She said yes.
You got it. And then Teresa, if you could just be sure to send me your information, I would really appreciate that. Thank you, ladies, so much.
All right. And Teresa, Arianna's information's there on the screen. The mods will put it in. It's also pinned at the top of the chat. Thank you. Thank you. So my next round's going to be choice. And I've always called these Victorian era. Neither one of these has a date, although I've sold these before. So I believe these are probably from the late 1800s or the early 1900s. So I have two of these old poem style books for you to choose from. And this one we're going to call, this one will be Bells. So that one is Bells. They both have a little bit of wear to the spine, but nothing's really falling apart. This one is a little loose. And then your other choice, I got these from the same estate. Then I have a Christmas token. So, and these really, really cross over for Christmas collectors because there's a lot of people that collect holly in the Christmas world. Not always necessarily our group of people, but especially with the glow. A lot of the old school that collect bell schnickels and early Christmas really love these poem books and some of the ones that depict a lot of holly. So they will be $18 choice. I'll show them to you very quickly. They are these fun poem books. I did mark a page or so, but you can see that there's a little bit of wear here, a little bit of pulling to the spine right here. But again, it's still all together. And this one on the back says that it's the presentation series. So this one is part of the presentation series. There was, I'm trying to see here really quick. I tried to look earlier. Somebody did autograph them. This one is a Merry Christmas to Nina from Mary and, oh, I don't know. I can't make out the handwriting. It's Mary and Arthur. Maybe it's her husband, Mary and Arthur. I don't know. So that was to Nina. So here's the front page here right there. There is no printer. I couldn't find a page. Usually these poem books, and I'll have another one tomorrow night. Usually a lot of them, all it says is Buffalo, New York, and it's the Haynes Lithograph Company. So it's the Haynes Lithograph Company is the person who, so these are all lithographs in there. So this will be your first choice at $18. These are fun books to use as backgrounds to open up behind your collectibles. So then this one here is some more of the, this starts the poems and some of the verses. Look at how vibrant the colors are on these. This book, when it's closed, measures 8 by 5. So measures 8 by 5. I'm not going to take the time to read a lot of these to you, but there is one I want to read here near the end. Look at how they have the graphics here. If you want to focus, you have the bells, then you have the script right there. Some more of the poems in here. Then you have some more of the fun, different holly graphics right there. So this one just says here, when rosy lips like Cupid's bow assault provocatively invite, when the Christmas fires gleam and glow, with the soft falls of the swollen snow, and the dull is dear September night, 'tis merry neath the mistletoe. I'm sorry, I guess that's mistletoe. You should know better. So again, very Victorian style books. Do you guys see these that often? Arianna, would you say I'm in the right realm when I say that these are Victorian era?
Yes. I don't see the Christmas ones as often as I do just like the more like
Just-
poetic ones, but
Right.
definitely think you're around that time period for sure.
I would say late 1800s, maybe 1890s, somewhere in there, maybe the early 1900s. So this one we're going to call Bells. So again, there is a little bit of wear here to the spine. But again, in each one of these, this next one here, Christmas Token, is more of a poetic story. This one is just more poetic poems. Okay, so each one would then be a poem for whatever picture or depiction that was in it. So Robin, thank you. I see you're 18. We're looking for 19 or more. So that one, again, we're going to call that one Bells. This one we'll call Angel or Token. Same exact era. Like I said, they came from the same exact estate. So this one is, and I love this angel here. There's actually a depiction of that style angel in the book I just showed you. This one measures 7 by 5. This one says Merry Christmas to Nina from Blanche. God, I love those two names. Nina and Blanche. Boy, that's a bygone era. And anytime I hear Blanche, I think of the Golden Girls and Blanche. I don't know, but it's not. So here's
the Trolls movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm here for that. So Tammy, I see you're 19. Here is the first page on that. Again, another lithograph. This one is Couples and Leon. Couples and Leon, and this one is in New York. So those must have been the manufacturers or the printing companies that printed these. Again, there's no like really page that shows the date and like we normally see in books. So Christmas Token, and here, this one, like I said, is more of a story. You can see some of these great lithographs of these angels if it wants to focus. Of course, you can open these up and use these as your backdrop. I'll flip through, and then I want to read the last part of it. I think it kind of can sum up sometimes life, sometimes the world. Here, again, now mistletoe, Jason. We got mistletoe. I'm calling all of it holly, and some of it's mistletoe. The books are, like I said, in very, very good condition for being antique. So you'll choose. The first one is either Bells. That one I know is holly on here. And then I'm just going to skip ahead here to the back page. And in the way they wrap this one up here is they have, I believe that is a wren. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's a wren or a robin on there, the bird. And it just basically says, the wrong shall fall, The right prevail with peace on earth, goodwill to men. I just think that's a good way to end a kind of book, especially for this era of books. So let's go ahead and do a countdown. Tammy is in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more, and you'll claim this one as bells and token. So token and bells. So let's go ahead and count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 20 or more, or the bid end from Kim. Again, Kim, thank you so much. And Karen, thank you so much. These are fun to just display, to read. These I don't know that I would like pull apart. These are super old. And yes, the Christmas ones in my world, they're a little harder to find. So Tammy had a 24. Robin had a just in case of 27. So that means, Tammy, I'm so sorry. Your just in case of 30 came in after the bid end. So Robin, you get first choice at 25. This one we're calling bells, and that one we're calling token. And of course, you can take both of them, Robin, 1 or 2. And Tammy, you will have backup at 24. So Robin, bells or token. And again, they're both in good vintage condition. They're not, falling apart. There is. All right, Robin, they're both yours. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Amie.
All right, last round, you guys. 16 for me, Jason.
All right.
All right. I thought I would bring some ornaments tonight in the form of shiny braids. I love these tiny ones. The little feather tree ornaments, I like the smaller ones the best. And though there is a little splitting on the plastic window here, all of the bulbs in here are in good condition. Now, these are 25 millimeter bulbs. So there's 12 bulbs in here. And I like Shiny Bright did different kind of boxes. And I like this light blue with the royal blue. I always like royal blue kind of mixed in with Christmas things too, especially on greeting cards. But the little trees and the snowy scenes, and just display it just like that if you don't want to take the ornaments out of here. But I'm going to open the box, and there is an original price tag on here from Muir's Cut Rate Drugs for 23 cents.
Wow.
23 cents on there. But there's multicolored bulbs. I'm not going to tip it too much, but multicolored bulbs in here. So there's 3 green, 1 red, 2 pink, 2 silver, 3 blue, and a gold. So that's what I'm seeing in there.
Oh, they're vibrant.
They are nice and probably like sometimes with these, depending on how they're stored, they can get a little pitted, if you will, on the Mercury like coating that they have on there. This one kind of has the most that I'm noticing on it. This green one has a little bit. They have the little tiny lids on them. I love these bulbs. I have plenty of these to share, so I thought that I would bring a box of these tonight because I love some little mini ornaments. So the bulbs in there are 25 millimeters, although they can vary, and I've found that with lots of different sizes of Shiny Brights, they can vary. Like, some are a little bit smaller, some are a little bit bigger than other ones, but for the most part, they're supposed to be 25 millimeter. And the box here measures 5 by 3.5. 5 by 3.5. So I would just display it as is. I like to display like the little mini boxes. Stick it right in on a branch on your Christmas tree, or build a little scene around it, maybe with some bottle brush trees. I really like these. So I saw Helen was in, and Nicomas in at 17. So we're looking for 18 or more on the little Shiny Brights. 25. Where did that come from?
Oh, it's the way the lag feels.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid in. Jason, you remember that one night that I started to count from 30?
But But I think that was after we did the marathon. I think
It was when,
like,
our brains were totally fried. Yeah. I was
like
like
20
30?
hours in.
I hope we never have to go to a 30-second countdown. My goodness. All right. There is the bid end from Kim. Thank you so much. All right. See, Helen got a 19 back in there, but Nikki did have it just in case. So, Nikki, they are yours for 20. Thank you so much.
All right. Miss Arianna.
All right. My last item of the evening is going to start at $24. We're going back to the primitives. We're going back to put it in a cloche, all those things. And it's a tiny treasure. So this little Santa on his skis is from the 1930s and or 40s. And it is a lead bar clay toy. So he is completely made out of lead. He would have just been a child's little lead toy, much like the little lead soldiers. Except for this is a skiing Santa. How stinking cool is he? Now, he has some wear on him, but I probably wouldn't love him as much if he didn't. He has his original skis. You can see they're rusted. Again, child's toy, right? I could just picture a child in the 30s taking this outside in the snow and just ramming him through the snow and making him go up the wall like he's going up the chimney. But he has his rusted little skates on. But he does, I did look this up, and a lot of them are missing the skates because they do come off. So I was really happy that he had not only both of his skis, but also both of his ski poles. And they both have the little metal bit on the end. Both of them do. And he does say made in the USA right here under his Santa pack. And then there is his face. Now, he does have wear. He does. I'm not going to fib to you. I'll give you a little close-up on his face.
He's just been in the chimney. It's just soot.
Yeah. Or some little kid's been jamming him in the snow. Either way, I think he's charming. Again, I want to sprinkle some fake snow on him. I want to put a cloche over him. And that's how I would display him. He might be a tiny treasure, but he is a good one. He's just so charming. Isn't it charming?
Yeah. He's got kind of a patina. He's got his own charm. And he's really one of a kind because of the wear that he has.
He is pretty heavy, too, because he is made out of solid lead. So if you hate him, use him as a fishing sinker.
Santa's not going to, you're not going to get a lot of presents if you do that to Santa.
Naughty, naughty, naughty list. I really love him. I hoarded him for a minute, but I thought I'd offer him. So I see my mom in at 27. Thanks, Mom. I'm going to start the countdown at 30, 29. I'm just kidding. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bid in.
We'll just start counting a day ahead. That's just the way we'll do it. Yesterday we should have started the countdown so we can beat the lag.
Mm-hmm.
I blame Pennsylvania. It's the internet coming out of Pennsylvania that's dragging us down.
I blame Elon Musk. Dang it.
All right. I'm with you. All right. So you got a just in case of 35 from Angela, but it looks like MJ had a just in case of 63. So $36 going to MJ Bear.
Thank you so much, MJ. And thank you so much, Angela. I miss you.
So good. All right, guys. My last round is going to start at $12, and you're going to get all of these. These reminded me of Arianna when I got them. I got them part of the I got an estate with some Christmas items, and these were in here. They're handmade. They're real egg dioramas. They're pink, and they're angels. So it just made me think of Arianna. And the person I have the original handwritten note from the person that states how they made them and what they made them with. So the paperwork here is probably from the 60s, I would think. So it's from actually, it's from a place in New Jersey. So it basically says that these eggs, and I'll show them to you in a minute, they're bantam eggs. I looked it up. I thought it was a fake word. It means they're the tiny little chicken eggs, the teeny tiny little like bird style eggs. I never heard of them. So you're $12. You're going to get the whole set that they made. And there's 2 larger ones. And the smaller ones measure about 2 inches tall. So each one of these are real little eggs that are hollowed out. And then they have these fun little plastic angels glued in. And these are little metal tops. I have a little spare one that I'm going to send with it in case you need another top. So you'll get that. So for $12, I'll show them to you quickly. And these will ship in a box in with your other things because I'll wrap each one of these individually. So there it is. And it's this fun, chunky, usually we talk about the size of glitter. That's definitely 50s, 60s glitter right there. So,
That's chunky glitter.
And these are real eggs, you guys. And these you could leave out all year long, or you could use them at Easter. So there's that one. Then they made a few that they went ahead and hollowed out the egg, and then they just used whatever cording they had, and they went ahead. So these are kind of primitive style. These are very, homespun style ornaments. They're definitely one of a kind, and those are real eggs, you guys. I collect the Easter ones, and these are so hard to find because they get ruined. So there's 2 of those. Then here's another one here that they attached the angel up top. So $12 you're getting, actually, I guess that makes them $1 each. This one here, even when the egg chipped a little bit, they still went ahead and put the cording around it and put those fun little angels in there on the inside. And I don't know what she's holding. It's like she's holding like a tambourine almost. It's like she's got a tambourine in her hand. So you're going to get her. Then you're going to get this one. Let me get that string out of the way. So, and they're each doing something different. I don't know if they're holding ornaments. I feel like, yeah, she's holding, no, her hands are crossed. So she's praying, her hands are together. Here's another one. Oh, I almost dropped it. Don't want to drop these. No. So then here's another one of these little angels. And then you're going to get 4 of just the plain, well, here's another one of those. You're going to get 3 of the plain eggs. So they made 3 of the plain eggs. So you're getting 10 of these small pink ones. And again, they're all hollowed out. So they would have actually blown the egg out of these, and then they would have hollowed it out and made dioramas. And then these are my favorite. Then these are the larger ones. And you can tell by the cotton in there and the angel that these are older. So you're going to get these as part of the lot as well. So these came from the same person. And then they kind of like antiqued it a little bit here in the back. And then look at the way they have the cording on here.
Oh, I like those stars.
I think that it just really reminded me of Arianna, and I was trying to bring ornaments that kind of would fit her kind of, style. And I think these would look great on a feather tree. I think they'd look great on an aluminum tree. And they're definitely one of a kind. Plus, you have the original person who wrote exactly what they made them with. So it says what they did. They used these little angels. They used certain ribbons. So you'll get that along with it. I just think it's really, really fun.
That's cool that it has that little ephemera to go with it. I like
and
that.
then you have this one here too. So again, you're going to get all 12 of these. These are a little larger. They measure 2.5 inches tall. So you're getting both of these. And then you can see they have the little metallic reflectors in there. Look at the thicker cording around that. So you get those. And then I'll show you one more time 2 of the versions of the dioramas you're going to get. Again, this is going to take a certain person, but I thought if you guys did like a feather tree, maybe you even want to use these at Easter time, you could get away with using those at Easter. And there those are. But I'm not seeing any interest. That's okay. We're going to sit them to the side. And then hopefully, Amie, do you want to tell us how the recap's going to work?
I can, yes.
All
right, it's recap time. We will bring back things that did not find a home the first time around. I know we've had people popping in and out and joining all evening, so maybe you missed something. So these are going to be quick claim items. So we will briefly show you the item again. We will give you the price of the item, note any kind of issues it has. Again, if you want to claim something, make sure to type in the item plus the price down into the chat so that we know what you're trying to claim. And we'll give it a moment because of the lag. If there's more than one person that comes in trying to claim the same item, we will then turn it back into an auction, break any kind of ties. As long as you got a bid in there, you're welcome to use just in case again. So it'll turn right back into a regular bid round. Okay.
All right.
So just make sure to type the item plus the price so we know what you're trying to talk about. All right.
And Trina, the eggs are yours. Thank you so much.
Hey,
And
Trina.
we'll start with Amie, and then we'll go to Arianna, and I'll round us out. There you go,
All
Miss
right.
Amie.
All right. All I have to bring back is my little antique postcard from 1912. Not used, but it does have a copyright in 1912. The little girl and her dolly and the little applied ribbon. And it is coming with this rhinestone tree brooch. Good condition on the brooch, no missing rhinestones. Safety clasp, and no postmark or anything. Not used on the postcard. So you are getting the pair of these. So you can type in postcard 14 to get the brooch and the 14 and the brooch and postcard pair for 14. All right. And that was my recap. Thank you guys.
And like Amie said, if you guys are watching this on the replay, feel free to reach out to us and we will make sure, if it's still available, to sell it.
I see lots of people in there for that. Lots of people in there for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Okay. All right. Let's count it down, you guys. 15 or more on the pairing. And let's count it down. I'm going to not do 20. We'll do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I was going to say, this is a pretty fantastic tree with postcard. And I've never seen one like this where they actually had the bow in the hair.
All right. Y'all hear the train, woot woot. All right, there is the bid end from Kim. All right, Robin had a just in case of 23, but Nikki Moss had a just in case of 57. So 24, Nikki Moss, it is yours. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I actually don't have any recaps, but I would love to take this time to thank you and Amie for having me and for being such awesome hosts as always. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everybody that watched and supported us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Arianna, thank you so much. It kind of feels like old hat. We've been doing this a lot of years on and off. So it kind of feels like family at this stage of the game. So thank you so much. So, yeah, Grubug, come in.
Wow, you're really handsy on your hugs, my guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did. I got my hands. I'm so sorry. So handsome husband will probably drive up here and break my kneecaps, but okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. The only thing I had left was my Spun Spun glass. It is the Angel Hair Angel Tree Topper in very good condition. It's $38 if anybody wants to add this. Usually when you find these, a lot of the foiled cardboard is usually ripped and torn. There are a few bends that you can see. It measures about 8 inches in diameter. When you add the cardboard post, that's what you could put, on the top of the tree. Then it comes in at 8.5 inches tall. So 1950s, these are pretty iconic. They're pretty collectible. This star here isn't missing the tip. It's actually tucked in behind the angel hair. So just a little bit of curling. So these are usually made in Japan. $38. You just put Angel, $38 if anybody is interested in that. And I actually, when I had it in my reel, I actually used one of those receipt spikes. So if you didn't want to use it as a tree topper, you could pop it on a receipt spike if you happen to have one. So let's go ahead and get everybody back up here. If anybody's watching out in the replay and you want it, just email me and I will sell it to you, or we'll take it up to Mother Tucker's. So thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. This is number 2 of 4 Christmas in July sales. Please come back next week. Heather of Antique Agenda will be joining us. And then the final one will be Misty, Thrifter Drunker Vintage Hunter. So let's go around and let's recap and tell you where you can find us next. Arianna, what do you got going on?
Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. No, every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, I have a live sale where I offer my antique and vintage withering finds. So my channel is right here. Well, nope. Don't put the .com or the Gmail.
It's right here. I'm pointing at it. It's right there.
The withering Cottage. I'd love to have you. We always try to have a good time. I have awesome friends that hang out there. You never know what I'm going to bring. Last night I brought a very possessed baby, so it gets interesting. But that's where I'll be.
That baby looked like Chunk from Goonies. That's what that baby looked like. Like we usually watch you every Tuesday on our television, so I can't chat. And literally, I just kept saying Chunk likes baby Ruth the whole time you were holding up that baby. Honest to God.
I'll send it to you, Jason.
No. I'm good. You.
He's yours. You've been so good to me. Let me do something for you.
No. That's fine, Arianna. No. That's bad enough. Whatever that crazy doll was that Bill got that one year. Remember?
Oh,
yeah. Helga.
Yeah. No. You can keep him down and keep it down to Podunks at Georgia with you. So
we'll see. It has a mind of its own. We'll see where it wants to be.
I swear to God, Arianna, if that thing shows up at my house, you'll hear me screaming down in Georgia. I swear. All right. So Miss Amie, what do you got going on?
So you can find Jason and I tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for fantastic finds over on my YouTube channel. So if you purchase anything tonight and you come over tomorrow and you get anything, happy to combine ship as long as it's safe to do so. And then Saturday over on Virtual Antique Marketplace, I am doing for the Jingle Mingle all-day sale, 2 p.m. Eastern for me. I do have items preloaded up in there for pre-bids, and then I'm also doing buyer's choice. So that'll be a fun day on Saturday. Lots of sales going on. I'm at 2 p.m. Jason's also going to be involved in that sale.
Yep. I will be, I guess, rounding out the day at 8 p.m. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. It's either going to be a buyer's choice or I'm just going to grab a box of Christmas and I'm just going to show it. And it might be everything starts at $5, $10. And if you're interested, we'll run it. I don't know. Stay tuned. But 8 p.m. for me. And then if you guys could, please head over and show Tina some support. She has started a jewelry sale on Whatnot, and that is on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. She might move the date around. I don't know. But as of right now, it is on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Those links are in our bio, even, our link tree and stuff. So please, if you could show her some support and head on over. It's a fun time. So, guys, thank you so much. Kim, thank you so much for being our official mod and bid ender. We couldn't do it without our mods. And Karen, thank you so much for being our backup. And I cannot do a sale if I do not say, guys, make sure you are following Gavin of Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. It's an epic channel. He just dropped some Christmas music. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. Go over and find out all the fun on his channel at Grady Gruppo Vintage Recordings. All right, guys, have a great night. We will see you back. We'll see you over on Amy's channel tomorrow night, and then we'll see you over on Arianna's channel on Tuesday. So until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye.